Hey, everybody.
The center of attention.
Are we
I can't return.
We are live.
Scooch over, Titch.
I'll scooch you a titch.
Put your titch in the titch.
Whoa.
No, wait, no.
I do need to change this overlay.
This is a dirty sitch. Titchy titch titch.
Cthulhu Dude, Cam had all the schoolwork this week. So instead, I used his stream time to inflict a horrible, horrible game on Alex.
I think we all won.
Yeah, it was great. Well, except Alex. He definitely lost.
Oh, he enjoys it in his own stupid way. Hi, everybody. Guess what I feel today? Slightly better. Actually, a lot better. I didn't have to spend 2 hours this morning just, like, letting mucus drain from my head.
So that's good. So,
Gross, but good.
in case you missed it last week on House of Stark, my name is Graham Stark. This is my house. It's not my house. This is the moon base. I do not live here. I'm not like the teacher who lives in the classroom.
It's a Stark house.
No, but okay.
Well, I'm trying to make jokes.
Anyway, for those of you who missed it, we started playing Alan Wake's American Nightmare last week. It's not a hugely long game, so we'll probably be able to finish it tonight. It's a... Remedy says it's not a sequel, but more of a side story expansion-y follow-up to Alan Wake, which I loved. And in it, you are sort of... Alan is trapped in an episode of Night Springs that he wrote, which is the... Night Springs is the in-universe Twilight Zone-y, Twin Peaks-ish show. And because Alan's a schlock fiction writer, and he's written episodes of Night Springs, and we're in a loop basically, and we're currently like
it's like Groundhog Day.
Yeah, like we do a thing, and then we do a thing the second time, and then I'm sure it goes. I'm betting it goes 3 times. We're currently in our second loop. It's super camp and silly, but we're in the second loop, and what I like about the game is that it's the second loop. You still have to do the same stuff. But you get to a place, and it's like, Alan remembers from last time about this. So you don't have to, like, get to the place, then go talk to the person and find out you have to do the thing. You just go do the thing. And then you go talk to the person, and she's like, I need you to. And he's like, yeah, I know, I got it. And she's like, oh. And everyone else is sort of picking up that they kind of remember what was happening as well. So let's do it.
Is this game scary? I found the original Alan Wake kind of scary.
Less so. It's a little cheesy.
But I mean, wouldn't that be like the show though?
I guess, yeah. Ah, yes, right. We're at the movie theater.
The last time the man came to the drive-in,
I want to watch Ham.
it did not end well. He hopes to avoid that fate this time. He hopes that what he has brought with him to this place is enough.
I really want to watch Ham, a documentary. In case you can't read it on your stream, the movies that are showing at the 12th Annual NSVA Film Festival are Just Desserts, A Cannibal's Tale, Sunrise, Ham, a documentary, Samurai vs. Conquistador 2, The Return of Conquistador, and The Mexican Handoff. So if you remember from our first run, from our first time through the loop, we'll be meeting a weirdly horny girl here. See if there's any... Gotta remember my controls now. How do I run? Sorry. Because I only play it every week. Just give me just a moment. Right, sprint and dodge. Throw, shoot, reload flashlight, use jump. Good. So there's Mr. Scratch, or Mr. Sk, who's basically the devil, but also like the freaky Alan Wake evil doppelganger. So he's been through here and done something to this girl, and she gets all really weird, sort of like wanting to jump Alan's bones, but
Serena's probably out of her mind again. But I'm gonna need that key so I can get the power back on.
Somebody in the Lone Bard said, Alan Wake's all about the immersion. It's not scary just to watch. No, I thought it was scary to watch. So, yeah.
To change the world, you must craft a blueprint for the new reality. Any work of art will do, as long as it's a genuine act of creation. That's what the energies of the dark place respond to. The results may be subtle and perplexing, or far-ranging and momentous. My area of expertise, the written word, gives much more precise results than music or interpretive dance would, for instance. But words can be extremely dangerous. What you define may become reality, but so can that which you imply, even if you don't realize you're doing so.
So a couple things. One, Alan is, as I said, he's a pulp fiction writer. He's not necessarily an amazing writer. And someone was talking about like the run animation. I highly recommend the full game Alan Wake. The animation in this is not nearly as refined, and the full game is really, really great. I'm enjoying this because I loved Alan Wake.
You again.
But
I'm really just here to get the keys so I can get the power back on.
Do you want to hold me down? It's okay. I know you like that.
Yeah, I'll just grab the keys.
I could be like your wife, little wifey, waiting at home for hubby.
she gets a little...
Or you could be the mailman, or the neighbor.
I'm already married to someone who isn't crazy, thanks.
Snap.
I'm just gonna go and get the power back on.
Aww.
Look, I may or may not be back. I have the access code to the booth already, so once the power is
Oh
on...
yeah.
You should totally come see me. We could have fun. You know.
We'll see how it goes.
Oh, right, because last time through, he had to go and do a thing and then come back and get an access code from her, but he's like, so I already know this, so I'm probably not coming back later.
The accuser's
You should
behind
sit
her.
down or something. Try to stay calm.
I don't want to be calm.
You could see them
I
flashing
want
in
to
the
be
last
nasty.
scene.
Yeah, they're right
I
there.
want to be nasty with you.
Yeah. Okay,
You could do anything you want. You can use my...
let's not even go there. I was hoping that you'd remember more, but I guess that was too much to ask.
Also, the other thing that I like about this game is that it turns out that Alan's quips in the game seem to follow very closely on the quips that I am also making at the same time. As chat members who were here last time can attest to, we would frequently, something would happen, I would say something, and then Alan would say the very same thing.
Grimstar is
Weather, but,
Alan
I see
Wake.
we have a caller. Hey, you're on the air with Eddie. What's up?
Hey, Eddie, it's Ricky. You talked about fate before. You think about that a lot?
Not a lot, to be honest, but I take it you do.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Any conclusions you'd care to share, Ricky?
Well, we've got free will, right? That's in the Bible and everything.
Yeah, right, sure.
So free will, right? Am I right?
Yeah,
I
right,
mean,
sure.
if we can do what we want, how can there be fate? I mean, you don't know what's going to happen next.
Oh, radio call-in shows. All right, so there's going to be... Oh, there we go. I was going to say there's going to be some bad guys.
Genius?
Ah, spooky people.
So the way that the enemies work is that they are infected with darkness. And you can't hurt them until you burn the darkness away, which you do with your trusty ultra-powered flashlight. Ultra super power flashlight. It's a pretty sweet flashlight. Ooh! Should I switch my assault shotgun for... Oh, wait, what? I have to switch the submachine gun for the sawn-off? I want sawn-off so bad, but my SMG is really useful.
Maybe you can come back and get it later if you run out of ammo. You have to come back to the hut.
Yeah, whatever.
It only has 12 shots.
We're fine. We'll be fine. Everything's fine.
That seems bad.
Oh no. Birdmans. Don't know if I got that guy or not.
Ah!
Guess
No.
not. There's more than one of them. There was definitely two.
Yeah,
so.
there's a guy over there.
Sonoff only carries 2. Where'd that guy go? There was definitely a... whatever their name is, a Taken around here. Yeah, Mortify the Pigment says, to clarify, they kinda aren't people anymore. They're darkness on the inside as well as out, but burning off the covering lets you end the darkness inside. Sure, we'll say it like that. Also, I keep finding TVs that show videos of Mr. Scratch murdering people. So let's watch that. It's a picture of my wife.
I want to talk about Alice.
Yeah, it's my wife. Also, that's...
Just look at her.
It's me.
She's really
it's the same person,
beautiful, isn't
right?
she?
So,
Your wife. Well, our wife, really. Just my wife soon. Don't worry. I'm not gonna treat her like the others. She's special. If I wanted her dead, she would be. I've been around for a while now.
Salinas, I don't know. I don't know what Secret World is. I'll have to look into it.
So talented. You haven't seen her new work, of course. Oh, it takes my breath away. Really, she's that good. Did you know that I've got a wedding ring, too? We're that similar. She's seen me a couple of times, you know.
This is like a video of an actual person.
I've let her catch glimpses. She thinks she's imagining things, of course. She thinks you're dead. It might as well be. I mean, even if you manage to keep surviving, you'll be in my life forever. So I'll go to her. It'll be an amazing moment. Oh my God, you're alive. I'll be the good, loving husband for as long as I can stand it. She'll love it. And then, one day, somehow, it'll happen. Maybe I'll slip up, she spots something, or maybe she just starts running her mouth. And then, I'll do it.
Well, like you.
It's gonna be sweet.
So, there's a weird thing that gives these videos, and especially in the first Alan Wake, gives them
Darling wife.
a sort of a weirdly, an kind of a uncanny valley-ish sort of vibe, which is that the guy who is the face of... What's that glowing over there? The guy who's the face of Alan... Oh, those headlights of Alan Wake. Like this... I can't turn the camera around. But this guy, and the guy who does the voice are different people. And so the actor in those videos, because those are actual video, is lip-syncing to someone else's voice.
It's obvious that for all his power, Mr. is an agent of another greater being. The dark place he came from is full of terrible alien intelligences, dark presences, and none of them should be let loose in our world. He serves one of them. He'll open the way for them if I don't stop him. But he'll do more. He'll take over my life. He already has my face. He already uses my name. He'll become Alan Wake in every way imaginable and corrupt everything. Unless I can stop him.
Lust My Eyes, yes, is very much inspired by Twin Peaks and the work of Stephen King, and sort of that kind of oeuvre.
So if you like that stuff, you'll like this stuff.
And even if you actually have never seen all of Twin Peaks and have never read anything by Stephen King, like me, you will also, or you could, I'm not going to say you will, you could also love Alan Wake, because
like a
I
little
do.
hamster in a wheel. go ahead and keep running for all the good it'll do you.
Oh, that's a lot of them.
They have sickles. Whoops.
Ah!
There's a lot of them. So downside to that gun is the reload.
But it's really powerful.
Very powerful. Probably should have just kept the SMG. Ooh, get an assault rifle. Oh, but I'm just changing the shotgun for the assault rifle. I guess I already have a shotgun. Let's try the assault rifle. I didn't try it last time through because I didn't want to give it my shotgun. Oh yes, I've seen movies based on Stephen King, but I've never... I've never been interested in checking out his books. I'm sorry if that makes me a horrible person. It's just not my kind of fiction.
I don't read those kind of books. If I'm going to read something, I want to read something I'm going to enjoy reading. I guess you already know which way to go, eh?
Broadly, though I am exploring for pages.
Oh, there's one back there.
There we go. Yes, you can see on the mini-map, the pages show up as little question marks, but only when you're further away from them.
The dark place is utterly hostile to human life. It eats at your mind, wants you to succumb to madness. Your own thoughts can turn against you. Every shadow conceals a threat that attacks at the slightest sign of weakness. You're under endless assault. Every day is a struggle for survival. But I've learned to take care of myself. I focus on Alice, our life together, my need to be with her. That takes me a long way in the dark place. As long as I have my gun and the flashlight.
Yeah, the difference is correct, Techie Man. I tried switching weapons, and it was locked to a specific slot.
Yeah, and that's not. I don't read. Kathleen,
No,
I don't read the game.
it's because you paused. You said, "I don't read those kind of books."
I was trying to think of how to phrase it.
I know.
I do not read the scary books. I prefer the non-fiction.
Yeah, flare gun ammo. Flare gun ammo very strong.
For Serena Valdivia, burning the midnight oil was more of an exception than a rule. A procrastinator and a perfectionist, she often worked when she wouldn't be disturbed. Tonight was especially important. The film festival would open tomorrow, and there was still so much to sort out. It wasn't that the work hadn't been done. She just didn't feel like she had completely mastered everything yet.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Stephen King wrote a movie where there's a car that kills people.
Christine. Yes.
You know that sounds dumb as shit, right?
Yeah.
Okay. As long as we're all on the same page. It's different.
Spiders!
Oh,
No!
God, I hate these things.
I don't like spiders.
Oh, they're dumb. Luckily, I can just kill them with... I can just kill them with the flashlight, because they're so weak. But they're... Ah, die. Just waiting for them to get closer. Alright, and that's all the spiders. You'll notice that little sort of... Oh, I should have noticed that there was cobwebs here this time that weren't here last time. Ha! Get wrecked. Good. So anyway, again, you'll notice a shorthand for knowing that you've gotten rid of a given wave of enemies is the slow-mo. Oops. I went the wrong way.
Why does Alan have to check out everything at night? Oh my god, what's that noise?
I don't know what that noise is.
This is scary. Ah!
It's more spiders, I guess.
No, that was like somebody walking around noises. Ah!
Stop being spiders. Alright, that's an awful lot of spiders. Hang on.
Run!
I got a plan here. And then actually, let's do it this way. Oh. Hello there. Boop! Huh, that didn't kill them. So, there's a weird mechanic with the batteries. You can see where it says number 8 up at the top? That's the battery charge on my flashlight. So if I do this, it shrinks down. But if I let go, it sort of charges back up. But if I let it go all the way down, then I have to actually trade the battery out. So, I'm trying not to do that. That's why I keep stopping. Anyway, the takeaway is spiders can get effed. In case that wasn't clear. I considered using the flare, but I think I'll use the flare for the big, really big scary thing. Ah! Walked right into it. Thought I had the timing on that one. I did not. So I can just go straight to the projector building, or I could go back and see Serena again. So
that's
Die, you lose. If you quit, you lose. If you make it to the end of the loop, you still lose. Sucker.
crap. So yeah, use it. Shit.
Ah!
We're fine. He's very good at dodging. It's a special flashlight. That's why it uses battery like that. It's a flashlight that kills people. Ugh. I think that is the spider noise. I could be wrong. So now I'm supposed to go in the projector building.
What happens if you go see Serena again?
I don't know, I'm gonna try that, because he sort of mentioned it.
Ah!
Whoops, shit. My fault.
Ah!
Hey. It's all about the dodge.
Destroy the dark fountains.
Dodged. Yeah, I'll get to them. Alan Wake just needs a knife and he can CQC his way through the whole game.
CQC?
It's from Metal Gear Solid. It's close quarters combat.
Oh, wait, I need to talk about Metal Gear Solid. Here's some interesting internet news that that I found out about today. Okay, you guys remember the him, Daisy, Persona 4, and Metal Gear Solid cartoons, right?
Yeah, I saw Chris tweeting about this.
Yeah, somebody started a Kickstarter so they could adapt her cartoons.
It's you.
Hey, what's up?
I guess you're back to normal again?
I don't know if I'm ever gonna be normal, but thanks. I know you didn't have to come back for me like this.
I couldn't just leave you like that. I'm sorry about the whole thing.
Not your fault.
She did get sort of
At
mind
least
touched
I'm not
by
Little Miss Horseslut anymore. Ugh, that's just... Hey, thanks for not, you know, taking advantage.
Hey, no need to horse slut shame.
You don't seem too weirded out even though this is happening again.
Honestly, that pales in comparison with having that thing inside my head. I mean, it's crazy, but...
I understand. I can really mess you up.
Plus, this is weird. I think what he did left something. I can feel that things are different.
What do you
I just know
what do you
that
want me to
time
test?
is acting
Knight of Iron?
wrong. I don't know how to describe it. It's like I can sense it.
I'm not surprised. A close encounter with these forces, it stays with you. It changes the way you see things. Some people can't deal with that. They just lose it.
Well, it's early yet. I'm not ruling anything out.
I'm gonna go make my way into the projector booth.
Okay. Is there anything I can do? About the situation, I mean?
No, it's a trap for me. I'm gonna have to go deal with it.
Uh-huh. And you got a plan, is that it?
I think I have a chance.
Next
Yeah.
loop, you show up and she's just naked.
So anyhow, adapt, meaning they're going to use her comic as a foundation for a video, but they're not going to like just trace her comic. They're going to redraw
They're going to draw new ones. They're going to
draw new
continue
ones.
it, but in her style.
Yeah, in her using her style and probably a lot of her jokes, and I don't know how this hasn't already been flagged for IP
And without
problems.
her involvement.
Without her involvement, approval, or without giving her any money for using all this.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And the battery, when drained, recharges. It just takes a moment. All right, well, let's find out. Oh, you're right. Great. Okay. It's still relevant in combat, mind you. Thank you, Knight of Iron.
but
Good point.
so anyhow, it's bad news. Don't support this Kickstarter.
It's just really weird. It's almost funded.
I know. It's super.
It's like it's non-profit. The first $1,500 goes to buy a Cintiq. Which what you're gonna give away afterwards? They say elsewhere, it's like we're gonna use the Cintiq for future unrelated projects. It's like, okay, so yeah, this is completely different.
That's called like
It's amortizing. It's a smart idea, but it's not non-profit. Definitely more enemies. Whoa, than there were last time. She never did finish Persona, did she?
no.
That's a shame. Oh, I see. If I just killed it. Oh, there we go. Oh, apparently she has a new webcomic now that's really good.
Yeah,
I have not read it.
it's called Cucumber. But yeah, so she like
Awesome. Definitely keep an eye on the chat forum. Yeah, sweet.
yeah, these people are jerks, so they don't really know what's going. They don't. Like, I'm sure they're well intentioned. Like, I'm sure they're not like ha ha ha.
They probably just don't really understand why what they're doing would be a problem. They're like, well, she's not doing it, so what's the problem? It's like, well,
It's like if somebody took my old defunct webcomic and they're like, I'll just continue this for you, and I was like, no, and they're like, yeah, I'm gonna do it anyhow. We'll redraw it. And we're gonna kickstart that and not give you any of the money, right? I mean, I guess it's a little different because it's not like her IP in the first place, like it's Metal Gear Solid. But still, like that's something she put a lot of work into.
it's a very distinct style.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, is that they're being like, this is her thing. We are doing her thing. It's not, because otherwise doing like, we're gonna make comics about Metal Gear Solid isn't that's not gonna sell. That's not a... Right? That's not a... Whoa! Didn't dodge properly. Right? Like, that's not a thing that someone will back. But saying, we're gonna do her style of thing.
Ah!
You know what? That didn't work out quite how I thought it would, but here we are. How far did Graham get with Revelation 2012 last night? Not that far. Like, you mean after Alex left? Not very far.
No.
Hey, there's a house over there I never went to last time. Man, I did not explore this area well enough. There's the observatory, which is the second place you go to. You go to the hotel, mechanic, the observatory, and then the drive-in theater.
The trap Mr. has set for me is as simple as it is impossible. Whenever I reach him, he sends me back to the beginning of the maze. It's a loop in time. I go through it only to end up where I started. There's a brutal genius to it. If I die, it's over for me. If I survive, I end up where I started. Sooner or later, the odds will catch up with me. And in the meantime, he gets to toy with me. But that's why I have a chance. He's caught in this pattern just as much as I am. I know where he'll be, and I'm prepared.
Has she commented on it at all?
She's made a couple tweets being like, I'm not involved and I do not approve.
Oh. Yeah, that seems pretty relevant. Maybe
Yeah.
they should stop.
Yeah.
I would stop.
Yeah.
If the original creator was like, I do not approve, I would be like, well, then out of respect.
Yeah, but if they respect her wishes, they're not going to get $2,000 from Kickstarter.
I have created the weapon that can put an end to this. A blueprint to a new
Hello,
reality.
birds cannot fly.
All I have to do is survive long enough to
Congratulations on being
use it.
12.
My arrival from the
Okay.
dark place.
We're
will
playing
be
Alan
painful
Wake.
and
I think this
difficult.
game might
These pages may be
I
lost.
think this game
But
might
one
be
way or
rated
another,
like
I'll
for
send the
mature.
parts I really need to myself. If I make it outside, I have a chance. Mr. is more powerful than I am.
Celine's,
but he can't
okay.
change the rules in
Is
the
it like
middle
a
of the
Steam
game.
thing, or
He's not a creator.
do you
I
need an
am.
email? If it's an email, it's just my name at loadingreadyrun.com. If it's a Steam thing, I can tell you that too. People could stop giving them money, but the problem is, because they talk so much about her in their pitch, it's very unclear from their page. Like, it's very easy to assume that she is involved and thinks it's fine, because they're not going to advertise that she thinks it's a bad thing and shouldn't be done.
Well,
and if
I
you
don't
just
know.
read their page, they're like, "Look, it's her stuff. It's her over here. We're doing what she's doing.
We're going to make
And
money
you-
off her thing and
there's
not
this-
give her any of it.
There's this implicit approval by the way that they've set up their Kickstarter. Alan just walked right through a cactus like he didn't care about his genitals.
Yeah.
How is he not screaming right
Balls
now?
of steel, man.
Wow.
And buns of cinnamon.
I'm going to time you out. Birds cannot fly. And you're welcome to rejoin the chat when you're on topic and not just randomly spamming about cream cheese. So, thanks.
The champion of light knows that the time itself is about to end. At least for him. He can feel the dead end rushing towards him. But there is time to act. Incomplete or not, he has the weapon.
I don't have the whole thing. But maybe it's enough.
Oh, this is different. Alright, so there's more to set up. Cthulhu Dude, it's called Stolen Jokes. I think this is the one you're talking about. It's called Stolen Jokes, and it's Featherweight does it. It was late at night. Alright. Last time it had to be... yeah. Super early in the morning, technically. And this was... there we go.
What's your manuscript say?
It was late at night, summer was almost over, Film noir poster visible, and a spotlight illuminated the red fire extinguisher, which is different. Okay. And... yeah, there was another fountain to kill. And then there's a poster for a film noir movie. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's an Alex Casey movie.
Who's Alex Casey?
Alex Casey is the,
It's not enough.
am I wrong? Is Alex Casey the guy that Alan writes?
You're trying to be cute, aren't you? What are you up to? It's a waste of time, buddy. You should just lie down and die. Let me take over.
Thank
This
you,
is
Slinks.
the only thing you've got coming to you. From here to eternity. No matter how many times you come back.
Alright, round 3. Kane Alexius. We did hit the stretch goal for Temple of the Lava Bears. And it'll be happening this summer.
Time
Jared's
folds
planning on
back on
timing it with
itself.
the release of the new D&D.
Again, his senses scream as the very impossibility of what is happening assaults them. But the champion of light endures. Each time he gets a little closer, each time another detail falls into place. Now the trap works against the Herald of Darkness.
So that's fun, right?
Sure. So yeah, our D&D game is actually being put on hold so Jer can work on Temple of the Lava Bears.
Yeah, we probably got one more session before he prorogues the game.
And then we're gonna... It might be a TPK though, I'm really annoyed.
Holy shit. What are you, the King Hillbilly?
I guess I can have an angle grinder. You know what? Whoa, okay, flare gun was not enough.
The fact that that guy did not die to flare power.
That guy was big. Alan Wake's hair is a beautiful natural enigma. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the house from Cauldron Lake, yeah. Alright, fair enough. I asked why does he have an angle grinder, and someone said for grinding angles, which, I mean, ask a stupid question, I guess. That's my fault. Yeah, I shot a flare right through his ponos.
And it did nothing.
Right on cue, bubbling to the surface from untold depths, the horrors come. The emerging monsters do not expect the warm reception that has already been prepared for them.
Oh! Really? So it's actually ready to go? Oh, what's her name at the mechanic station? Oh, I love her. She got everything ready. Gotta make sure I get the Coheed and Cambria CD ready, or whatever the hell this was. Previously, I had to go collect all these things and bring them back, but now it's just ready. Like the first time you go talk to her, and she tells you where all the stuff is, and you go get it. And then the second time, she has it all for you. You still have to go and come back, and this time she's actually just set it up for you.
There's a satellite crash.
And yeah, that's why I had to do that. It's always timed there too. Oh, Kasabian, thank you. Not Coheed and Cambria. I couldn't remember since last time. Yeah, it's Kasabian. there, and I go this way. There's a bunch of dudes. And you know what? Eat it. You're not dead. You're dead now. What about you? I have nothing but the utmost respect for our firemen. When they're not shooting me. Yes, the song is Clubfoot by Kasabian. Thank you.
Why do you have to play a CD?
I'm just...
Aside from the fact that maybe the Kasabian's record label gave
Saving
everybody
him.
some money to put in.
I have to reset the parameters of what happened the first time the satellite crashed. And those are all the things. It's the same thing I just... Fucking hell. It's the same thing I just did in the projection room. I have to recreate the circumstances. Shit. To recreate the circumstances of what was happening at the time. Yeah, I think we're just going to switch back for the SMG.
Is it bad that this time I just went, oh, he's gonna be that one?
Not as long as I show up, I guess.
I like her. She's really picked up on this. Whoa! She's picked up on this very well. No. Last time I didn't save her though. The last two times I've not been successful in the whole saving her.
What do you mean, saving her?
Clear now.
Well, the first time she just got wrecked, and then the second time I was like hiding there and she got wrecked, and this time...
Yeah,
Hey.
thanks for saving me again. I'd hate to die before I'm scheduled to be murdered.
I guess I have you to thank for setting everything up at the oil derrick.
Yeah, well, I figured that if we were going to go over this again, we might as well try to be smart about it, huh?
I appreciate it. You took a big chance doing that. You okay?
What do you think? I've died twice. I remember everything pretty clearly now. You said I was gonna be okay.
I don't know what happened.
Well, it's not your fault. I think one of those, what did you call them? The takers?
Close.
I think they did something to the power and they got me that way.
I'm sorry.
But I got the keys from the dead guy in that room. And I'm not handing them over until you do something about this. I'm sick of getting killed.
Fair enough. You seem calmer now.
I tried freaking out. It didn't do much good for me. I guess you get used to the craziest stuff.
Good for you.
Plus, I figured I'd take the edge off, you know?
Mm-hmm. Those herbal supplements are pretty good, huh?
Oh, yeah.
She's a massive hippie, and apparently a stoner too, so good job, Emma.
I wanted to try to explain things to you
Smoking
now.
pot
since
makes a
you're
lot of people
calmer, but
paranoid,
maybe
though.
This isn't the best time after all.
Not her, I guess.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
She's got shocker crystals.
Better not get all metaphysical on me now. Seriously, I'm like 2 sentences away from thinking how we could all be like atoms on God's skin or something.
Or figments
She
of
may
somebody's
be something.
imagination.
She may be on something stronger than pot.
Wow. I'm just gonna try to chill out and not think about that or getting murdered or anything, if you're cool with that.
Gotcha.
Like King of Doma says, being slaughtered is such a pain.
Yeah, I can't believe she'd be on, like, hardcore drugs at a moment like this.
I mean, you've already been murdered twice.
That's true. You must be getting kind of zen
It's like,
about
well,
it.
I have this stuff. May as well use it. Whoa. Holy crap. Hey, guys. Boom! There's an exploding thing over there. Hey, you dodged out of my... Whoa. Alright. I have to secure the fuse box by making sure it's on, and that's gonna... Oh yes, of course, another television. There's a manuscript page. Right here.
Emma wasn't sure exactly when the man arrived at the motel, but from what she could tell, the party started almost immediately. It was infectious, spreading from one room to another. He was mercurial, almost as if he was flickering through the scene, telling a joke here, throwing an insult there, oozing sex and violence and excitement. She had never seen someone like this before. He looked at her and smiled, and she felt her heart flutter a little. She knew he was the kind of man mothers warn their daughters about, but she told herself it didn't matter.
But that guy, by the way, that's Mr. Scratch she's talking about, not Alan. There's a question from Cthulhu Dude. Says, today I was watching all the Friday nights and I noticed that Cam isn't in the first 4, is just some random dude in the background and isn't credited as a Loading Ready Run member. Out of curiosity, how and when did he become assimilated into the group? Well, you got to remember, first of all, that we shot the first 4 Friday nights, the first mini-series, like a year and a half before they got approved as like a regular thing. And Cam just wasn't like in Loading Ready Run at that point.
So I've been thinking about Barry. I don't know what to do about him yet. I mean,
Oh, I liked Barry from
I'm
the
not going
game.
to keep him around.
Yeah, Barry's
that's for
great.
Sure.
Barry's the surprisingly
Al.
competent sidekick.
Al! Ugh, little parasite. Your best friend. Really? That's the best you can do.
I like Barry.
I actually kind of like the guy. He's a plucky little butterball. He plays the clown. That's a hard road to take.
See, even Mr. Scratch likes Barry.
But I don't need him sticking his fat face in my business.
He does have a fat face. That's you can't deny that.
Did you know he's been hanging out with the sheriff from that shitty little town? They keep in touch. Barry's about the only guy who insists that you're not dead.
I liked her. The sheriff was really,
How about that?
again, competent as hell. All the characters in these games are I really like.
They're not just a bunch of tropes.
Yeah,
I might keep him alive for a while.
good. You should get buried.
Just to see him go to pieces when I fire his ass.
Oh, mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Barry is like in the first game. Yeah, he does play the clown, and you expect him to be. You expect him to be the clown, but again, like I said, he's surprisingly competent.
The chat says you can find manuscript pages in all the hotel rooms.
Sweet.
I have seen the darkness twist flesh into new shapes before, but encountering these giants is an extremely disturbing experience. It's as if the genre has been switched on me. There's something out of Pulp Fiction. Twice as tall as normal men and stronger than forklifts, their lumbering gait and slow-witted demeanor brings to mind some kind of mean-spirited caricature of a feeble-minded hillbilly.
Yeah, they're really irritating too. They soak a lot of bullets before they finally fall. I don't want to return to Emma yet, because I feel like I should explore the diner. For more pages!
Aren't you going to go to the diner after you go to...
I didn't the second time. I didn't have to. Flowers. There's a chance I have to go back there this time, but... There we go. We're fine. No pages this time. Can't get in. Balls.
How does this town have so many cops?
I don't know. Why are they all dicks? I mean, again, these people aren't explicitly like...
Real people.
Yeah. Is that not a page? What is a page? Missed that on the way in.
Getting the Andersons into the recording studio was a struggle and a half. But once they actually picked up
yes, the old gods of Asgard.
They were two old men, and they weren't. They were doddering bags of bone, and they were barely contained power. And there was music. Barry rubbed his hands together. He knew how to pick a winner. Now all they needed was some direction on how to make things a little more modern. Barry had never produced a thing in his life, but he knew what he liked. He knew Balance Slays the Demon was going to be a hit.
The old gods of Asgard. I mentioned before, Odin and Thor. Something. There's a couple of Scandinavian guys you meet at the home for people who are totally fine in the first game.
Ooh, Cthulhu Dude 23 has just subscribed.
Hey, Cthulhu Dude 23, I've seen you in the chat all night. Been talking to you. Welcome to the Runners. Welcome to the channel, and thank you for subscribing. Much appreciated.
I hope that you like this stuff.
Good sell. Good sell.
Cthulhu Dude 23. Is he the unspeakable horror which will drive you mad, or is he just a dude?
Never been
Because
under
23, Cthulhu Dude, probably both. Thank you.
Oh, what? There was a Magnum down here the whole time? Hell with it. There was a Magnum under there the whole
you don't
time.
have your submachine gun.
I know, but I have an assault rifle and a Magnum. Let's try it out. Yeah, that's right. That's what happens when you get hit by a Magnum in a video game. You just die. You just straight ruined. You just get domed out. We domed someone out earlier because Alex told us to. Also, it's a high chance it was the right play.
Should go back to Emma.
I will. I'm just looking for pages. I did say Thor. The guy's name is Thor. It's not Thor. I mean, the thing is, like, they are Thor and Odin, right? Like, that's the thing. Like, there are two old guys who are named Thor and Odin, and it is heavily implied that they are actually Thor and Odin, the gods of Asgard. But the man, the guy who was in a band called Old Gods of Asgard, is the character's name is Thor.
How did Thor and Odin even get there?
You don't really know.
Ah!
What's up? I love the way Alan looks around when there's a guy nearby. You can tell if someone's trying to flank you because Alan will look left or right. It's a really neat little subtle cue that you're like, oh, I need to be paying attention. Yeah, we went 3-0 in the 8-4 earlier. Pretty sweet. Spoilers if you haven't watched the replay, I guess. But yeah, we crushed it. We just domed them out. We were like, what should we do here? Should we do this or should we dome them out? And Alex told us repeatedly
To dome them.
To just dome them. So we did. Odin's such a cool god. He crucified himself several times, removed his eye just for wisdom. Take that, Jesus. Says Aracasio1. Was that the start of the third? No, because I was outside for the start of the third round.
Okay.
It was in round 2.
I really don't think they can get to the power now.
Thank you.
3-0 in the second 8-4. That's true. We did go just...
here's the keys
we
that
got
you
straight
need.
scrubbed out in the first one.
Thank you.
Hey, I have to tell you, at the diner, I went there with him. The guy who looks like you, okay? I know I said that I didn't.
Yeah, I figured. Want to talk about what happened at the diner?
There was this guy from the observatory, and he just attacked the poor dude, smashed his face into the tabletop a bunch of times. It was horrible. I didn't know that he was gonna do that. I swear. And I just ran. I just left him there. I didn't even try to help.
There was nothing you could have done. It's not your fault.
Well, he's dead in that motel room now, so excuse me if I feel pretty shitty about it anyway.
You shouldn't blame yourself.
I just didn't want to get involved. I have this tendency to just drop everything and run.
Greshchek
I don't
asks
think
if you're
I'm a
feeling
bad
better today,
person,
Kathleen.
but
I am
didn't
feeling
even
a
call the
lot better
cops.
today. I didn't have to
I'm
like
such a
drain my
coward.
head before I could be
If
productive.
you'd called the cops, we'd have dead cops. He's not human. Do you understand? It's not your fault.
But I could have tried to stop him.
Believe me, if you had, you'd be dead. You seem to be doing a little better now.
Yeah, I guess it just got easier once I got this thing off my chest. I just feel
This
so
strange
guilty
growth.
about it, especially because I didn't pick up on any of the warning signs. I just really liked hanging out with him, you know? He was smart and charming and funny.
And not a demon
and
at
hot.
all.
The way you could be, I guess.
I guess.
What's the deal with this guy anyway? He looks like you, he uses your name. Why does he do this stuff?
I'm not sure myself. Maybe he's just evil or my dark half. He does a lot of the stuff I'm trying really hard to get away from. Things that just messed up my life.
I guess all those murders don't help either.
Yeah, I could do without the murders and the end of the world.
Can't wear hats. Nice Bill Bailey reference.
Listen, I need to get going.
Yeah, go. I think I'm good now. I hope.
Good luck. If it all goes well, maybe this is the last time we meet like this.
God, wouldn't that be great?
Just keep those lights on, okay?
Let's not have you die again. Time to explore the hotel rooms. Doopa-doopa-doo-boop-a-doo. No page in this one? Alright.
What's it? Can you go in the bathroom?
No, I don't think so. Watching Alex today tells me that I really, really need to play the Dishonored DLC.
Well, art lovers, are you feeling neglected? You shouldn't.
Don't know why
You
I said
Eddie
that.
Rodson's got
I was
love
thinking
for
about
you,
this
which is
as a
why I
pretty
had to
sweet piece
pull
of
myself out of bed before the-
DL expansion. I think what happened there was that I was thinking about something and not actually articulating it out loud and expecting you all to keep up.
Well, that's okay.
Oh, hey! OP74 is just subscribed.
Oh wow.
OP74! Thank you for subscribing.
OP74 original poster coming back for more. OP74, he's real cheap because he's OP. Don't fight him in Street Fighter. He'll win. OP74! Woo!
OP is so OP.
Yeah.
Investigate the body. Yay, Emma didn't die this time.
The fate of countless individuals hangs in the balance,
Hangs in the
threatened by the
balance.
machinations of the Herald of Darkness. And yet, for a moment, the Champion of Light breathes.
OP says, long-time fan,
easier.
thank you. Well, thank you.
He has saved one life. For this moment, it is enough. And soon, perhaps, he can put an end to this.
Good job.
Hey. Don't sell yourself short, OP74. I'm sure you're broken in some situations. The Mount Redtooth Observatory.
Returning to the observatory for what he hopes is the final time, the man feels anticipation and dread in equal measure. Soon, he knows.
I love the
He will
Twilight
have
Zone
what he
style
needs.
narration.
Isn't it great?
Who's doing it?
I don't know, but he's really good at it.
Hello, I was expecting you. I've already taken care of the imaging array, but you should still look into securing the primary coolant flow. With some luck, you may be able to light the area before these things even show up.
See? Everyone knows what's going on now. And the Knight of Iron just subscribed.
Holy crap!
The Knight of Iron. Thank you for subscribing.
We tried the Knight of Tin, we tried the Knight of Nickel, but you know what's the best? The Knight of Iron. Resilient, dark, go and clank. Knight of Iron, you could do worse. Yay!
And very necessary for creating the Knight of Steel.
Now hold on, we don't need to get fancy here. Knight of Iron is just fine.
Whoa, and Lieutenant Commander has just subscribed. Lieutenant Commander, thank you for subscribing. We're in... Sub-hype is in full effect this evening, everybody.
Holy crap.
I will thank you properly momentarily. I'm just fighting the hordes of the darkness, but you can appreciate that.
Hey everybody, are you looking for some kind of Star Trek military rank? Why not try Lieutenant Commander? You could do worse. Data's a Lieutenant Commander. What, you saying the world's coolest android is not good enough for you? Seriously? Check your privilege. Androids, they be people too, yo. Captain Picard ruled on it. He made this lawyery thing. It was a real good episode. It's called Measure of a Man. Seriously, get with it. Alright, that's okay. Lieutenant Commander, thank you for subscribing.
It's also Lieutenant Commander.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah. It's the,
that's like Data and also Cam.
There we go. Lieutenant Commander, thank you for subscribing. Yeah, where does the sub-hype train let off? Nobody knows! Thank you all so much. I'm excited.
Sorry, Kathleen, but Data is a captain now. Yeah, but in Star Trek, he's like
in Next Generation.
In TNG, he's a lieutenant. He's Lieutenant Commander Data. He's technically number 2, but he never gets called number 2.
No. But he's I love. We were just watching Data's Day, and we were like, there's a bit where Data relieves Worf, and we're like, what kind of duty roster are they running on that between Captain Picard, Commander Riker, and Data, who doesn't need sleep, that Worf has to take command?
And then we realized it was Miles and Keiko's wedding in that episode, and
yeah.
Picard and Riker had the night off to go to the wedding.
This act of creation is exhilarating and frightening. Subtext and symbols loom eager to take effect. Causality and consequence become domino chains that stretch into infinity. The more fundamental the change, the more unpredictable the variables become. Reality is too complex to control completely. Ordinary questions become meaningless. Who created who? What is really real? Everything is as real as everything else. You learn to let go of the things you can't control and go with the flow, or go insane.
I mean, the thing is, usually...
Sorry, Gary8767 says, I really need to start watching that. I finally started watching Battlestar because my friend didn't shut up until I started watching it. It's amazing. The original, Next Generation, not the original, Next Generation, is very good. And it's going to be very different from watching the new season of BSG, but it's very, very good, and I would highly recommend it.
The first season is a little uneven, but it has its charm.
It's worth watching it just so that you get to know the characters. It really is.
Oh dear.
What?
Oh shit. Shit, son.
I'm being liberal with my bullets because... I guess I could have been liberal with my battery as well. Because there's a refill right here.
Star Trek is a different kind of show than BSG, but they're both good for different reasons.
Someone says TNG has a lot less ups and downs than the new Battlestar. I could see that.
The thing is, TNG is also a product of sort of the late 80s, early 90s.
This is where the pipes... I'm so stupid. It's right here is where this is actually where I'm going.
Very good. I believe we're ready to look into the sky.
Right there, Doctor.
There's just some horrible darkness coming after me. Oh, right, this part. I read about this on a page I picked up once. Starfreak says, in my most recent watch, I was surprised how many good episodes there were in the first 2 seasons. It's true, because you have this memory that, like, I mean, maybe it's because of DS9, but, like, you have this memory that, like, well, you know, the first couple seasons, you know, it's like, obviously, Next Generation starts getting very, very good in season 3. Like, starts getting really good, but there's a bunch of... Jesus. There's a bunch of really good episodes in the first 2 seasons. You know, there's just some aspects of them are not as great. But
you do have to deal with Space Racist in the second season.
Oh, you mean...
Pulaski.
I was going to say Ladybones.
Yeah. I call her
Pulaski.
I call her Space Racist.
She's super space racist.
That's basically what she is. Also, that's a fantastic nickname that I would never want to give to a person who was real.
What, Ladybones?
Space Racist.
Oh, Space Racist,
it's even kind of rhymey.
So, to be clear, we're talking about Dr. Pulaski, who was the doctor in the second season of Next Generation, who was introduced to be basically
Oh, shoot. Kaizo Man 2 just subscribed.
Holy crap.
Kaizo Man 2, thank you for subscribing.
Kaizo Man 2! Thank you for subscribing.
Yeah, I
Anyway,
can't play this kind of games in paid.
The character was introduced to basically be like a lady Dr. McCoy, and they got rid of Dr. Crusher, and thank God she decided to come back to the show after
they kind of fired her.
After unprovably Patrick Stewart called her, and I will take that, called her personally and convinced her to come back on the show.
Because didn't they, like, fire her?
Yeah, they fired her and replaced her with Dr. Pulaski, but kept Wesley on the show, which was the funny thing. Oh, this asshole.
F.
What if I can just kill him? Damn it, I'm trying to...
Oh, dear.
Oh, that does work. Well, that's neat. If I shine a light on these guys, they split into smaller guys. I'm not even kidding. But anyway, we call her Space Racist because there's some things that she says in some of those episodes that you're like, a member of the Federation would not be saying this. Like the ones with like the sort of the aquatic fish aliens, and she like calls them like sushi or says they'd look better with sauce, and it's like, you just imagine being in that moment on the Enterprise,
when you're like,
being like, holy shit, Dr. Pulaski is super alien racist.
And why is she in this position? Like, why is she not on a space station where she hopefully does not interact with many non-humans?
That's not something a representative of the Federation should be saying.
Oh, Laserbeak's Furious, as I recall, Gates was pregnant.
No, Gates was pregnant during the show. She was actually pregnant around when they shot The Host, I want to say, which is the episode with Dax. You can kind of tell, but they did a really good job of hiding it because she's wearing her blue. She has her sort of blue jacket thing. So no, she was pregnant while she was on the show. I know the TNG trivias.
Yeah.
I will fight you.
Yeah,
The man before Dr. Meadows was handsome and slick. He moved with lazy confidence and didn't bother to pretend that he wasn't staring at her. She didn't mind, at first. Then the man flicked open the knife and shoved her out of the control room so she wouldn't hear the signal.
Yeah, she's xenophobic, that's true.
Outside, she pulled her lab coat closed and thought about running. She didn't. She didn't think she'd get very far. Not from him. She never was entirely sure why he spared her.
Arvila Shrek, I know that Bones was just as racist. Though, so, I agree with you, Bones was just as racist. I absolutely disagree with you that that was the point of the characters. I think that is vastly oversimplifying the characters. However, on Next Generation, the Federation as a whole is much like better off than they were in the original series, and something.
And they're on like
on the diplomatic flagship of the Federation. It's just startling to hear someone just like they were obviously doing those things because they were like, oh, this is like something McCoy would say. You know, he calls Spock a green-blooded hobgoblin. You know, and like that's kind of, you know, that's like delightfully, you know, sort of old country doctor or whatever. But it just rewatching it now, it seems so weird. Ah! Ooh, I'm about to die.
Holy shit.
Oops. What?
Holy shit.
Get in.
There's still a guy behind you.
I know.
Come on in.
I know they're both technophobes too. Like it really was just let's make Dr. McCoy again, but a lady this
But
time.
the thing is, they already had a Dr. McCoy. They still don't need to make one. They don't
Yeah.
need to make another one.
Holy crap! I just checked my card shop's prize support for a standard tournament. First place is $6. How big is that standard tournament, and what is the buy-in? Oh, this is gonna not be good.
This is what you look like. Does that bother you? I bet it does. I'm not just wearing your face, you know. It goes a lot deeper than that. There's a lot of you and me. All the best parts. At first,
Are we
I was
gonna see
just an
Dom?
idea.
I don't
But they
think so.
kept telling all
No,
those
good.
stories about you. You already had that rep. And then you disappeared mysteriously. And then the stories about
Ooh,
bad,
Comrade Barrick has a
crazy
really good
outbreaks
explanation
came
of
true.
Star Trek, showing that human drama can not only exist but be
And
interesting
here
and
I
challenging
am.
in a post-scarcity
That's
utopia.
the best part, isn't it? When that happens, you can always count on Cauldron Lake.
$25 buy-in. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense.
I'm just as real as you are.
Exactly,
And
Angel
I'm the
Dust.
improved
Angel of
version.
Dust, not Angel Dust. Pardon me,
No
Angel of
fears,
Dust.
No doubt, no weaknesses.
Angel Dust
no
is something very different.
self-deception here.
That's
I don't let
PCP.
anything
Game sound shouldn't be that
drag
much
me down.
louder.
It's quiet for me.
I'll just bring the microphone a little closer.
I know you like I know myself.
Do you?
I know it bothers you that I'm like this. That I use your name, crawl my way into your life.
There, I've tweaked it slightly.
But I only do it because I'm better at being you than you ever were.
Oh, snap.
I don't know, I've got the experience. I've got many years of it. More years.
One of each of the Zendikar fetches? Dang. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, standard tournaments here are like $10 with the payout of a few boosters. That's more like the standard tournaments at like...
Standard tournament at YJ is $5.
Yeah.
Like, standard F&M at YJ is $5. And decent prize support because they get enough people playing.
But that's more standard. Uh-oh, what's that?
Oh, right.
You need to protect yourself, but we can't compete with signals.
Ah! Do you suppose that the darkness stole this music from all the people it possessed? Like all the rednecks?
No, I think this is Old Gods of Asgard. Actually, no, it's not. I don't know, actually. Whoa! That was fun.
That didn't look fun.
There, I have it. But I wish these things would stop blatantly violating the laws of physics in my observatory. That's just rude. Are you alright?
I'll live.
I'm glad. I'll send the lift down to you. I
I'm
remember
alright.
our previous encounters very clearly now. But technically, if this really is a loop in time, we've never met before. I don't know why our awareness persists, but it's bloody fascinating.
So this is the scientist who's wearing a cocktail dress under her lab coat. And when we got there the first time, everybody was like, "What are you wearing?" And Alan asks her that question. And she literally came right from a party, so that's why. I have read American Gods. It's real good.
Doctor?
You know, I know physicists who would give 15 years of their lives for a chance to experience something like this.
I'd imagine that being stalked by horrible axe murderers would curb their enthusiasm a little.
Maybe you've never met hardcore physicists.
I'm glad you're in such good spirits.
Snap.
But
Signal! Yes, it's completed.
finally. If all goes well, this should be the last time we go through the loop.
You know, I just realized that I don't have any memory of what happens after you leave. What does that mean?
I don't think it means anything. If everything goes well, you just keep going. I don't show up here like this again, no more bad guys. Things go back to normal.
Let's hope you're right. I'd love the opportunity to look into this in more detail.
Looks like you've accepted the situation.
Aren't you just
I'm
a character in a
pragmatist.
TV show,
If
though?
this is
Yeah,
a
but she doesn't know
delusion,
that.
At least my first psychotic episode is anything but boring. Really, Mr. Wake, at the end of the day, I'm a scientist. I love mysteries. I love not knowing. Whatever else this might be, it's absolutely fascinating. I wonder how far this reaches. Is everybody in the world experiencing this?
Who knows? I think reality's probably pretty fragile right now. Doctor, I can see you're very enthusiastic.
Trip is
about
end.
this.
Speaking as a
I'd
physicist, I would not
appreciate
give
a bit of
15 years of
discretion.
my life for whatever
You
this is
suggest
/
we should
was.
suppress this.
No, you can do what you like, but I want you to leave me out of it.
But surely, with the things you know, the things you've experienced, you can replicate any of these
Nope,
results.
nope,
We could.
Let me be blunt. If you drag me into this, I'll deny everything. I'll lie like my life depended on it. And writers are damn good liars. Word of advice. This is things man was not meant to know territory. You get into this, chances are you'll open up a door into a world of hurt. Believe me, I know.
I see.
By the way, I literally mean a door into a world of hurt, as in like a door into another dimension that is filled with nothing but hurt.
In a strange way, he feels at ease. He is armed with his own words, and when the time comes, they will be enough or they will not. For now, he's content to let the currents take him toward the final confrontation.
It's the final confrontation.
Yeah, pretty much, like, there's quite a few, I'm seeing at least 3 scientists in this chat who are like, And
here we are back at the drive-in. Which,
Once more, we return to the drive-in. If he's aware of the absurdity of arming oneself with a few sentences and standing
Cool
against
Hand
the
2
is
fierce
just
time
subscribed.
itself, he doesn't show it.
wait, what?
The man has his share of weaknesses, perhaps more, but cowardice is not among them.
I came in the back way.
You just
I
go
guess
straight to restore
just went right to the power. That's smart, Alan. You're clever. I like that. Hey, we're gonna take a quick break because I've been going for over an hour, and I need to I need to go to the bathroom.
It's pee time!
It's pee time.
But first, let's welcome Cool Hand.
Oh yeah, sorry.
2.
Cool Hand 2. Thank you for subscribing.
Hey, everybody, do you need to take some hands? Maybe they're not your own, maybe they are. We're not going to ask any questions. And do you need to cool them rapidly? Like freeze them, get rid of fingerprints, identifying information, that kind of thing? Come on down to Cool Hands 2, warehouse of fingerprint annihilation and hand cooling. We don't ask questions because our business is not your business. Our business is cooling hands. No questions asked, like we said in our earlier motto, which is technically still going. You could do worse.
Agus Vander says, Graham, when will you play a good game other than the random one-time offs? This is the second game I've ever played on my stream. I played Resident Evil for like 2 months, and then I played this last week and this week, and then it's going to be over. So, I guess next week? This is only the second game I've ever played. Anyway, I'm going to go to the bathroom, play some commercials, and then come right back, and we beat the game.
Ham, the documentary, hopefully figures largely into the third time you go here.
Nice. All right, Burb. You're all talking about ham. Oh, sorry. Synchronized apologizing. Canada. I'm still going to go check in on Horn Dog Serena and see what's up with her.
You're such a gentleman.
Oh, you got yourself a little plan, do you?
Yeesh. Whoops. Okay, don't know why. Didn't mean to double tap there, but here we are. Ow. What should I run in the Super Standard tournament? I don't know. I don't know balls about Standard right now. I haven't followed Standard in, like, 2 years. Because I never have time to build decks.
Yeah, I had a Standard deck, like, back when I was Zendikar Vampires in Standard. Oh, I love that Standard deck. And then they all, like, and then it rotated, and I was like...
Shit. Ah, no!
Run to the light. Flare?
I can shoot through guys with that thing. So Graham, hear me out for a second. What about a stream where maybe you and Paul and whoever else feels like it play Euro Truck Simulator? I've heard of those games. I've seen that whole series of, like, the truck sims and stuff like that. They look really goofy. I mean, I'm not strictly opposed to the idea. Maybe Paul and I will play one of those truck sims on the next GPLP. That could be kind of funny.
You could,
It's assuming I don't get sick of Resident Evil Revengeance.
You know what you could do, Graham?
What was that?
You could play that train sim.
What, the Japanese one?
Yeah.
I don't think that's a real game. Hey, wait a minute. That bank of stuff wasn't there before. This, right here. There was spiders coming at me last time. Curious. This place is different every time. Troll move, game. Jeez. Play Warehouse Sim with the zombie add-on? Hang on, there's a game called Warehouse Sim? And you're just simming a warehouse? Is that really what's going on?
That sounds... not fun.
Yeah, there's Sims 4. Ouch! Sims 4 comes out this year, that's a good point. Warehouse Sim is actually drive a forklift simulator, and it has a zombie mode. I tell you, when Goat Sim is released, you better believe we're going to be playing Goat Simulator.
What's Goat Sim? Is that actually a thing that's happening?
Yes. I'll show you the video.
Wait, never. Don't worry.
Goats don't
I'll
do
take
a
care of
whole
your
lot.
wife and your life.
It's not quite what it sounds like.
But it sounds like you simulated goats. It's called
Oh
Goat
my god!
I like the music. You gonna check on Serena?
Yeah. That guy's got a real angle to grind.
Wah wah.
Graham, are you and Maya still thinking about doing a stream in Jared's off weeks? Yes. Once our campaign gets prorogued.
Maya would need to come to Victoria for that, though.
I know. She's been wanting to do it this whole time. We just haven't found a time to actually do the stream. She, as soon as she moved to Vancouver, she was like, "Tell me what day, and I will come into Victoria. And then we'll do it." I hope that we get to see Tor and Odin in the game. Walls.
I don't know what you think you're doing, but I'll send you right back to the beginning.
How do you mean that, Lathasterian? Just how well built the game is? Like, you mean as an expansion? Balls.
How can you not find this scary, people?
I don't know, it's different from... Well, no. I didn't find Alan Wake that scary either, but it's different from, like, Outlast or something.
Oh, there's a manuscript page over there.
I see. Kathleen, do you have any plans to stream with Ash again?
I would love to. I ended up finishing South Park,
When the dark man's
unfortunately.
eyes suddenly locked into Serena's, she flushed hot. They ignited a black fire in her. He was talking.
And then
He wanted the
I was
power
really
turned
sick,
off.
so we didn't end
He
up
said
taking
something
out,
about
but
the
I'd like
projector
to.
booth. She hooked a finger
Yeah,
under his belt
that's a good idea.
buckle. He grabbed a hold of her throat and twisted until it hurt.
There's like a
Somewhere
like a
deep
different time
inside, a
if you
part
want
of
to
her
do-
screamed in
Yeah,
paralyzed
like
horror.
on, like, Sundays or
But the moan that
Yeah,
escaped
maybe.
from
I
her
mean,
throat
like,
had
I
no panic in
kind
it.
of work on.
Pay attention, he said.
Sunday, right?
Business first.
That means to be here.
His eyes glittered shamelessly. Hers did too.
The Architect Unstructured, they won. James and Graham went 3-0 with a mono green deck. No, red green.
Not mono green, red green, in an 8-4.
Sorry, I was editing the next episode of the next Lure video, which, can I say spoilers? It's going to be a Cop Hunter Hustle.
I mean, no, you can't say that.
You think whatever it
course.
is you're gonna do is gonna make a difference? This'll end up just like before!
I kind of think it'll make a difference.
This is a lot more like shooty than Alan Wake. Alan Wake was creepy because you were like going
Yeah,
around.
this is definitely a lot more
action-orientated.
There's more to fighting the Taken than just burning away the darkness that protects them. When I'm fighting for my life, I find myself slipping into a state of intense concentration that makes the beam of my flashlight seem more powerful and focused. I used to think it was just my imagination, something brought on by the adrenaline and fear of death. But now I'm not so sure. I've been touched by powers that I can't begin to
Satchel 1, it was a really good deck.
And they've left a mark.
Red-green is not that bad.
I'm starting to think this might be a part of it.
Yeah, it's a silly episode of Commodore Hustle
I've been
because
around for
I
a
wrote
while
most of
now,
it.
you know? Well, you've been indisposed, stuck in the darkness.
What the F?
I've been busy. I operate in the shadows. Not always literally, you understand? I'm a little more resilient than those I've taken. But I do my best work in the dark.
You gonna murder someone again?
So much darkness out there. It goes deep. And the things that live in it are vast, big, vast.
Oh, I got you. Sorry, I missed the red-green joke. I thought you were... Sorry. We were getting people being like, I don't know, red-green is a trap. And we're like, yes, you say that, but look at the cards we have drafted. The deck is actually good. And so...
Really do that much down there.
I thought you were giving us guff. I completely... The joke... Oh, right over my head. The deck found that we were handy.
Yeah, you can really make an impact. All they need is someone to bring them all the way through. But first...
Dilbert, the normal Living Ready Run videos are sketches, and Commodore Hustle is us playing ourselves. If you can't tell those apart, then I'm worried that maybe we're not doing the sketches properly.
We're not wearing enough wigs.
Now. The sun's never coming up for you.
Is his long-term plan to kill Alan through vitamin D deficiency?
Getting a bit of quality time with Alice. That's a little something for me. And I deserve it.
It's like a Dr. Lecter bit there. Alright, you destroy the dark fountains.
Do you want to go talk to Serena first?
I'm gonna destroy the fountains first so that there's not a bunch of dudes.
This is gonna be hard.
I expect as much, yeah. Ow. Especially if I just let that guy hit me. Whoa. Ah, crap. Jeez. Whoa!
Fucking Christ.
Where did you come from? I think there's 4 fountains this time. Better just to focus fire this thing? Then all the guys die?
Yeah, except then they attack you.
No, they die. Oh, right, yeah. That's right. Until then. Ha! Go look in the weird house. Hobbit? Sorry, you mean Lord of the Rings 3? I don't presume that you're somehow going to watch The Hobbit 3. Are you from the future? Dark fountain. Hey, where did you come from? Not okay with that. Whoa, jeez. Haha! Nerd! come on, that was totally a dodge. Balls. It got too cocky. Overall, that's probably only like the second or third time I've died in this game, though.
When the dark man's eyes suddenly...
I don't know, do you have to go back and do all the dark fountains again?
Mm-hmm.
Lame.
It's fine. That won't take me that long.
What? You think whatever it is you're gonna do is gonna make a difference?
No, thank you, Chemical.
This'll
I
end
will
up
try.
just like before.
2 deaths. That is only the second time I have died.
Aw. Somebody messaged me on Twitter earlier while all of this was while you guys were streaming, and apparently the stream could hear me coughing in the background.
They could.
And said, "Are you okay?"
Yes.
I said, yes. I'm telling him, hopefully he's watching, yes.
Whoa, buddy.
I think you gotta like compromise between like killing someone.
I got greedy because it was the last one. I thought I could do it. Yeah.
Holy F!
See, that's whoa. Sorry, I'm not talking very much. It's serious business. Oh, that's why they keep spawning, because the second fountain came up. I wasn't paying attention. Aha!
You are gonna get mangled. Oh, nice dodging. Bad time for your battery to run out.
Not the best. I know what I should be doing.
What?
They can't come near me. The flare's going. Why didn't I do that before?
Can you not flare the dark fountain thing? Says Arasaki 01, just as you realize that you can flare the fountains.
Yeah, I mean, I could. Yeah, I guess I could also have just flared the fountain specifically, but doing it that way also worked.
Go visit your lady friend.
I'm gonna. Huzzah! Huzzah! No.
Why would you run up over a car?
I don't know. Can. I know she's not this way. I'm looking over here for pages. Go to the weird old souvenir shop. Huzzah! Huzzah! Ta-ta-ta!
I've also fallen upstairs a couple times. It's alright, Alan.
Why do you like hanging out, Zijing?
I know who
That's
I am
what I
now.
think is nice about watching
I
people
know that
play
I can
video
write
games
my
on
own
Twitch.
fate.
It's like, you know,
Bright
when you were
Falls
in
taught
high
me
school
that.
and only
I know
one
that
person had
indulging
a
my
console,
weaknesses, giving in
so
to
you would
fear
hang out
and
at their place
complacency
and play
will
video
only
games. You
drag
couldn't
me
all watch it.
down.
You couldn't all play,
The
so
dark
you just
place
watch.
taught me that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm no Zen master. I've not attained enlightenment. But I have learned to let go of the things that I don't need. I know that without that balance within, I become my own worst enemy. Now I strive for equilibrium, and with that, I'm strong enough to get where I want.
Zuberfail, no, we haven't done it yet. It's something Paul was thinking about, though. Is that a crossbow? Oh, that's so cool. But I have to give up my combat shotgun for it?
Oh well.
Screw it. We're doing it.
You only get
Yeah.
8 bolts.
Is that all I have? 8? Alright. Whatever. I'm at the end of the game.
Hopefully.
Oh, hey, Richards, this is a reminder that this game is currently on sale at Good Old Games for another few hours.
Oh,
that's not why I'm doing this, but if you want to pick up Alan Wake and this, if you want to pick up both,
something flashing. Oh,
yeah, this stuff. If you want to pick up both Alan Wake and this game, they are on sale on Good Old Games for super cheap and very much worth your time.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy. You here to get crossbowed? That's cool. Oh, just get straight bowed.
Oh, this thing's full of balls.
Oh, you just get bowled right out. I'm sorry. How am I supposed to get up there? Oh. I guess I walk.
Graham, collector of all.
I will get all the things.
I'm kind of like that, but I have my limits.
Whoops.
I held the film canister in my hands. I saw her name written across it in big letters.
Holy crap, does it say from Ada Wong on it?
It was a time capsule.
Pretty much.
Moments snatched from times gone by. From a past that I hoped could also be our future. It was my salvation, our chance to be together. A tin can with a bit of magic in it that she didn't even know about. Something I could put to good use. There were only moments left before I had to face him.
I don't know anything about the,
Interesting. Rock and Ryan, you only have to pay for playing in matches that have prizes. So if you just want to play a game of Standard against someone just to play, you can do that for free. But if you want prize support, I believe it works that both players buy in with 2 tickets and then the winner gets a booster. Because boosters are 4 tickets. Wow, she's really going to town on that. Hey, we got all the pages for the
for this area?
For this area.
Good job.
The clothes I wear now I shaped from dreams and memories. It's an old outfit, originally from the 90s. The last time I wore it was when I was still writing and Alice and I took a vacation in the desert before our troubles began. The night before, we'd been at a party, and I had dressed to the nines. On that lazy day, I put on these old clothes, worn and comfortable. Alice made a joke about grunge. I felt a little embarrassed, but I stuck with them. We were very happy. I'm sheathed in good memories to remind myself of what is at stake.
I like that. That's cool. Sheathed in good memories.
Well, that's why he's wearing acid wash jeans.
Oh, darn. We're missing 3 pages in the, missing 3 pages from the rest stop. That's a shame. Wow. You guys hearing her? Are you seeing the subtitles? She's like, look at me, I'm all sweaty. I'm so helpless in here.
You just flick on the lights.
Oh, I guess she stopped talking. She's run out of stuff.
Oh. Hey.
That was good.
Hoping I can put an end to this now.
You'd better. I really don't want that to happen to me again. It's like somebody vomited in my brain, like a sleazy movie that keeps looping in my head.
I'll stop this, I swear.
You know the part that's really screwed up? If you mess it up, it'll just keep happening forever, right? I don't think I can deal with that.
Don't think about that.
I don't think of anything but.
Hey, afterwards, when all this is done, look me up. This thing, I can probably help you deal with it.
I don't know. It's almost like I'm not even in the same world anymore. Everything's just weird now.
Yeah, I know. A lot of that'll pass with time.
Plummeting
But being
Sloth,
touched
I
by the
went in
darkness
every hotel room that I could
it's a
unlock.
process. And I just don't want
Oh,
you to
well,
get
whatever.
completely
Who
screwed up
cares?
by this.
Might be a little late for that, to be honest.
Yeah, well, there's degrees.
There's only certain ones you can
You're
unlock,
not at
and
a
I
point where
went
you
in
go
them.
around picking fights with people over not changing their light bulbs often enough.
What?
Never mind. All I'm saying is, you're not alone with this. And anyway, you're friends with Alice, so, you know, any friend of hers.
Thank you.
Hello, folks, and welcome to the third part of our pre-recorded interview with Serena Valdivia and renowned photographer Alice Wade.
What?
So, tell me about the film.
It's called Sunrise, and it really wasn't something I ever thought of as an actual film. It was just footage, things I saw and happened to shoot.
Right.
It's not a medium I'm very much at home
Alan's
with.
wife
You shouldn't put yourself down. You've got
did a
great
video,
eye. Maybe.
made a movie of like found footage of Alan.
Still photographer.
Yes, exactly. So I'm
'Cause she
really
thinks
used
he's
to
dead?
thinking of the world in terms of snapshots. I frame something and try to pick the right moment. And
So
to reveal
right,
that
because I'm
moment
not sorry. So I'm not actually in a TV show. These are real people.
to be honest.
So, this is a new
But
film
there's
for you.
the barrier between the real world and the dark place is sort of loose in this area because Alan wrote it to be so. It's a little
Not that the
confusing.
material itself is somehow shocking. It's just that those were private moments.
But that's why it works, because it feels genuine. It's not so much a story as it is a sort of an echo, showing us how you saw your husband.
Lord Duran, I think the game is trying to say something. Like it's Alan's trying to get back to his wife. I think it's very deliberate that the only other characters in the game are women.
I suppose. It's funny, looking at it now, especially now that it's been edited like that. It takes on a life of its own, almost. It's a kind of a fantasy.
There you go. Mortified Penguin's got it. The thing is, the town and the show are both real life and fiction. There is a schism. So it's like this is a real town in
Arizona.
Right, Arizona. Thank you. And Alan has brought the fictional town of Night Springs to this town, if that makes sense. Like the town has been turned into Night Springs, kind of. But these people are real. Ha. It's badly written because Alan is a bad writer.
He's
I don't think
functional
the game is badly written. I think the parts that need to be badly written because Alan's a bad writer are, and I find that humorous.
Again, the champion of light enters the final trap. The new reality is almost here. All he needs to do is change the details of the scene, push it past the breaking point, and the rest will snap into place.
Alright,
What do you mean the genetics of the characters are part of the story now? I didn't say their genetics were part of the story.
Alright.
I said that the fact that they're all women is very
Get
deliberate.
that poster on the other side of the room.
Yep. Nice angle poise. Gotta find Alice's film.
Spooky.
Too spoopy for me.
Maximum spoops.
Oh, come on, buddy. Why don't you... What? What is this? No! No!
Nice.
You can't do this! All I did was take the things you always wanted and never had the balls to go for. It's my turn now!
Is it really you?
It's really me.
Not totally sure, to be honest.
I love you.
Oops. Don't skip. Good.
Oh, that'd be lame.
Yeah.
A woman, a man, two lovers, held apart for far too long,
God, you know what it sounds like?
enveloped in the
Terry
light
O'Reilly.
of a glorious dawn.
It does, doesn't it?
This is
They both feel
the
it.
age of persuasion.
He's home at last. Are these actual events, or merely a dream? A memory, or a glimpse of what is to come? One thing is certain. This scene takes place in another time, and another place, far, far away from Night Springs.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
That's so perfect. That's such a perfect ending. Love it.
Alright, hold on. I want to see who's the narrator.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's probably some...
So, yeah, what was your problem, Camp Bear Chats, with what I was saying? Like, I understand. I saw your second message. I understand what you were meaning, but I don't know why that's a problem. Oh, Sam Lake, you're so awesome. What do you mean, why are they all Finnish people? That's where Remedy's based, or I don't know if it's Finland specifically, but that's...
Yeah, they're Finnish.
Remedy is not a North American company. I'm gonna see if there's a stinger afterwards, yeah. Oh, I like this voting system, that's kind of cool. Awesome, Captain Hat, thank you. Yeah, so Captain Hat says I never would have played it, but I really enjoyed this, and experiencing it this way. That's awesome, thank you. The Deer Story. I don't know, Ryan Pax. I've already played the first game, so maybe not, but... Like, or rather, probably not, because I've already played it, but...
Well, I'm glad everybody liked that. 48 out of 50 of you who voted like that.
Yeah, we'll have to get Lurbot to not maybe reply to every single message. Thank you, Space Girl. Yeah, Balance slays the demon, performed by Old Gods of Asgard. Poets of the Fall. Right. The Happy Song. Graham, I love having you host the games I never get around to myself. That's awesome. That's what I want to do. Because this gives me an excuse to play them too.
Lloyd Floyd? What a fantastic name.
Lloyd Floyd. Wow.
My name is Lloyd Floyd.
I'm gonna look up Lloyd Floyd.
And that
now.
might be a pseudonym.
Yeah, see? Ilka Vili is Alan Wake, who's clearly not, like... I don't think English is Ilka Vili's first language. Which is why the voice actor is not the same guy as the dude.
Better than Lars Gerhard.
The man of 1,036 voices.
Oh, his name is actually Lloyd Floyd?
Yeah. Oh
Wow.
man, he's done a ton of stuff.
He was a professional voice actor.
He's known for his work as DJ Hans Oberlander in GTA.
Alan Wake's journey through the night will continue, except it probably won't.
It probably will, just not for a while. They're not working on one right now.
I don't think we have time to draft.
No.
Guys, but maybe we can do something fun. Ah, Stinger. I always watch credits for this.
No. Oh, right.
Barry!
I forgot. Okay, so sorry. That may have seemed very, very short. At the very, very beginning, it moves into a hotel room, and Barry's asleep, and an episode of Night Springs comes on the television, and then you go into it, and that happens, and then at the end, yeah, it's Barry waking up. That's really cool. I like it. All right, so yeah.
Alright, now what are you going to play for an hour, Graham? We could play Peggle.
We'd have to get the Xbox all set up and like take the thing offline probably, and it'd be a whole thing. I don't know what I'm gonna play. How'd I do on my Chivos? Give me my Chivos. Wow, I'm missing half of them. Survive until dawn. Oh, arcade mode, arcade. Find all the pages, which I didn't defeat. Okay. Don't care. How do I get... Oh.
Escape. Accept.
Thank you. Alright, you on the Xbox already? Nope, that was on Steam. Maybe I'll play some Thief.
Fifth.
I don't know, Alex is playing Thief, and I know he doesn't like it, but he and I have different tastes.
He does. Oh, excuse me.
I don't really feel like more Resident Evil. Yeah, maybe I'll enjoy this. Wow. Wait. Oh god, everything's darkness. Wait. There it is.
I'm a little teapot, short and stout.
What?
Here is my handle. Here is
Wow.
my spout. When I get all steamed up. Wait, how's that song go? Pour me over and tip me out. Ah, it burns! Why would you put... Oh, hot liquid. Oh, the humanity being self-aware teapot. God, no. Ah!
Oh, I know what I'm going to play. Hang on.
Somebody asked me earlier if I always wear demure colors. I'm wearing a scarf and a blanket because I'm cold. I'm actually wearing a beige dress today.
Kathleen, why are you so cute? Lol.
Everybody from my hometown just thinks I'm weird, so I'm glad that the internet appreciates me.
Yeah, but everyone in your hometown was divorced at 23 with 3 kids.
That's true. I'm from Prince George. No offense to anybody from Prince George. If you've been to Prince George, you know of Prince George. It's a perfectly nice town. But everybody thought I was extremely weird. And I left, and it was probably better.
Oh, Papers, Please streams just fine. We've streamed Papers, Please before. I wanted to... Jared was playing this the other day when we were on Book of Passwords, and it looked sweet, so I'm going to play it now. Just for a little bit. I guess I should take a break, because that was an hour, but... I'll probably just play a little bit of this and take off early tonight. For once. Typically, I go late. So if you missed Book of Passwords, Jared and I played... can I go off the end here and go underneath?
Gresh checks. I didn't know Graham didn't tell me he'd changed the camera. I checked.
Oh, I'm sorry. Biff.
And
guess
I
not.
was looking to the side, so I went back to looking at the rim camera.
Anyway, so Jer and I played like original Strider for the Jer played for the Nintendo Entertainment System, and it was, I mean, it was delightful in its own way, but it was pretty bad. And then there's this one, which is brand new, and it looks pretty sweet. It's like very sort of, it's a Metroidvania style game.
I kind of dig that games that are like this now look amazing.
Yeah.
I think this is what people thought video games would look like in the 1980s.
Just like they did before, but better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whoops, wasn't paying attention. Looked at the chat. Oh, this is a really bad chat game.
I'd like to play more Papers, Please.
I don't have it installed on this computer, is part of the reason I didn't just immediately slam it. Oh yes, thank you. Thank you, Defrost. Hang on. I guess we'll just call this Strider because there's no specific difference for this version of it.
So what is the plot of this game? You are a ninja?
I am a ninja. I'm in the country of Kazakh.
Which is gonna be a real country, possibly.
Mm-hmm. I talked about that actually on the thing. It takes 30 seconds to download. Well, whatever. Right. I should read the things. We will do some Papers, Please at some point, but not tonight. It takes too long to get into.
Yeah, no, you can't do that game for an hour. We could like reinstall it and start from the beginning and like use chat feedback on like who we let in and stuff.
Oh no, that doesn't work.
No?
Well, you're timed.
Oh yeah, you're right. Oh, I forgot about that. Alright, fuck it, I'll just do it my way.
The cold, unfeeling hand of Kathleen.
I was quite feeling, thank you very much. How did you not take falling damage, sir?
You don't. Will Andy ever be on stream? I don't know. See, Andy doesn't live in town, is the thing. He's rarely in town.
He's not much of a video gamer.
That's not true.
Well, he plays some video games,
But, I don't know. We'll see. I think he'll be around tomorrow. So we'll see if maybe we can convince him to... Ow! Ow! Ow!
You are just getting straight wrecked. So.
Couldn't jump off. I couldn't let go of the thing.
So what is your mission here?
I gotta kill a guy.
Why?
Because he's a dick. Obviously. He's evil. So he has to die.
Are those robots you're blowing up?
Probably not.
Yeah, this looks hard. Are you at the beginning of the game?
Yeah. It's one of those games.
It just starts out hard and gets worse.
Yep. Welcome to Strider.
I was always bad at these games as a kid, so I never played them.
God damn it. Thanks, map.
Do you get infinite lives?
No, I don't think so. Hey-oh. Your mission is to get rid this place of wall swords. Oh yeah, Twitch plays Papers, Please would not work at all. That's true, Andy was briefly on stream earlier today, because he came by while James was still online. Because Andy's gonna be, surprise, surprise, in next week's feed dump. Next week's feed dump, by the way, especially funny. It's myself and Andy and Alex, and it's high-spirited. Let's put it that way.
As I knew it would be. I'm excited to edit it, because obviously I wasn't around for it. I hope I hope our viewers don't mind too much that we switch between feed dump hosts fairly regularly, but without any rhyme or reason. I'll tell you what the rhyme or reason is. Sometimes Graham is too busy to host feed dump.
I don't see why that would be a problem.
Well, you're better at it than I am.
That's not true.
Okay, you're different at it than I am.
That is true. We do have our own styles. Twitch plays Papers, Please would be horrible. I don't see how that would possibly work at all. High-spirited means 90 proof.
I mean, technically.
Someone says, damn it, now I have to knock myself out for 6 days because I already can't wait for that feed dump. Ha-ha! I mean, I'm a ninja, but you can teleport. That also doesn't seem very fair. Ha! I slice you in half.
Yeah, that guy's a robot.
Yeah, but I don't think they're all robots. Could be wrong. I do think Ash is one of my favorite guests. Ash is really good on feed dump. Being a webcomic person, Ash is really good at finding the punchline.
I know, she's fantastic.
I guess that's just health. Maybe XY. What about XY coordinates on the mouse? I'm not using a mouse if that makes sense. I'm confused. I must have missed some sort of context for that comment.
Yeah, they blow up. I think they're robots. You are causing several billion dollars of damage.
Yep. Oh, right.
What, now this guy's just a regular enemy?
Yep, there's 2 of them in this room if I recall. Or more than that.
This game looks hard as balls.
It's not the easiest. Whoops. Ah.
Yeah, there's little sparks that came off.
Hey, Pongo Sapiens has just subscribed.
I know that name.
Pongo Sapiens! Thank you for subscribing. Yes, it is a name I recognize from the Desert Bus chat, I believe.
In a world where there are Homo sapiens and Homo sapiens sapiens, one man represents the next level of evolution. Pongo Homo Hopo Sapiens. The man that knows he knows and also knows about Pongo, which is so special we don't even know about it yet, but I assure you it's cool. Pongo Sapiens! Thank you for subscribing.
Dompress, if you refresh, it will no longer say Alan Wake. Someone said the only reason that they don't like you as host is because it means you can't be a guest.
Aww, I'll take that.
Also, check out this sweet action set piece coming up. Watch this.
Uh-oh. That's a robot.
Ouroboros Mark III, the Armored Dragon.
I was gonna say it's a robot dragon.
This is a sweet fight. I have to fight that now. Through the sky. It flies, by the way. Oh, Pongo is the genus name for chimps? Ow, 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 I did that so wrong.
I like how you have like a little ice axe.
Mm-hmm. Ah, nope. I didn't see Jer do this part. I just saw the part when you get to the front. This is a really cool boss fight. Shit. Whoa, shouldn't have jumped. No!
Can you crouch? Are you effing kidding me?
Ow. By the way, this is not fully robotic. Holy, what is happening? Oh, I guess I can't kill that. Alright, I will just dodge. Woohoo!
What the F?
Look, it's not like it's a kind game. Gee, quick question, because you're featured on MTGO Academy and stuff, does that stop you from playing Hearthstone? No.
You know what? Honestly, I've played Hearthstone quite a bit, and the more I played it, the less I liked it. And I'm not saying that because I'm like super into Magic. I found that Hearthstone was
It's biological.
ah.
No, there's nothing. We've played Hearthstone on stream actually. There's nothing stopping us playing it like. Legally.
I don't like it. I find it's both like the arena is okay, but I find that it's both. It's too simple and like the different archetypes are not distinguished enough. Like there's not a. Or I guess I don't have the resources, having not spent money on the game in the beta test, to distinguish the different archetypes. Like I want a rogue deck to play significantly differently than like, you know, a paladin deck, and they don't really do that. Right? You use a lot of the same creatures. It's not as interesting to me. So anyhow, it's okay.
Yeah, it's a very different game than Magic.
It's not something I would spend money on, is the thing.
Yeah, I mean, people like to get people to give their opinions of Magic versus Hearthstone, and I just think they're not really comparable.
No,
they're very,
not.
very different games.
Magic is so like.
And now a special message. There will be an additional food lottery at 16.
Ow, I did that wrong.
Report dissent among the populace.
Like, obviously, Hearthstone only just came out, so it can't have the Magic's years of complexity, but...
But I don't think it's designed to be complex the same way that Magic is. I think it's supposed to be simple.
It's by design, it's more straightforward. I feel like I've had $5 of value from this stream for each of Kathleen playing A Stick of Truth and Graham playing Alan Wake. Worth every penny. Well, thank you so much, Pongo Sapiens. Very much appreciated.
Yay.
Destroy.
All Cossack citizens are reminded to stay within the permitted area.
No good leader has ever put up an enormous statue of himself while he was alive.
That's a reasonable rubric for just simplifying, is my leader evil? I like that. Oh, come on. Is my country's leader insane? Have they erected a statue to themselves while alive? They might be a crazy guy.
King of Spades, I don't drink juice, and I've been eating nothing but soup for like the past like few days. Soup and comfort food. I think I realized my favorite food is probably French toast. So I've eaten way more French toast than is healthy in the last couple of days.
Uniformed personnel operate under the authority of the Grand Master.
The Grand
Well, the thing is, Magic is also designed to be monetized, but what I think is a good difference between Magic and...
Yeah, Magic's absolutely designed to be monetized.
But Hearthstone is, I feel that Hearthstone is constantly asking me to dump money into it. Which is another reason I got turned off, like, arena games. And there's very little chance to just play around for free.
Good night, Jonesia. Kathleen did start Final Fantasy X.
I did. It was
On
we got to the
Wednesday.
first Yuna's first sending in Kilika. I thought that was a good spot to stop it. Also, I forgot how beautiful that scene was. I was getting a little misty-eyed. It might have been the cold edge as well. But I was glad that nobody could tell on stream. Although I just outed myself.
And now a special message. There will be an additional food lottery at 1600 hours for citizens who report dissent among the populace.
I'd be more concerned if my leader erected a giant statue of themselves while they were dead. That's fair. I felt the same about Magic when you guys got me into it. I analyzed how it works as much as I could. Be bothered and decided I'd just stick to watching you guys play it.
That's fair.
That's also fair. If you wanna experience the fun of playing Magic without ongoing costs, you can try the Duels of the Planeswalkers for like like 360 and PlayStation and Steam and iOS and Android.
Yeah, and it's like $10.
Yeah.
Also, if you do buy,
Well, it's free, but to unlock the whole game, it's $10. So it's $10.
I mean, if you don't like it though, like there's like a little free portion though, which is nice.
Or you can just watch us play it. That's also cool. I don't really care. They don't ask us to say stuff like that, in case you're curious.
Nope. That's why we work for Wizards.
Yeah. If we were under some sort of, like, must pimp them out contract, that'd be... I mean, we'd be supporting something that we believed in, but we'd have to be... If we did something like that, we'd want to be upfront about it and actually tell you guys. So we're not.
You have a part to play in your own scene. Be alert. Be observant.
I got into MGGO because of you, but I've only played Paper Magic at cons with Lent decks, and that's only twice. Hey, that counts.
Yeah. What I like about playing Paper Magic though is that you just like, I mean, like obviously you can do this on MTGO too. But what I like about Magic is you could do something like put together a commander deck, and you're done spending money on it.
Oh, there was a subscriber?
Oh, well.
Good goodness! Mr. Snaffleburger, I apologize. I don't have the thing in the front here, so I can't see it if it goes orange. Mr. Snaffleburger! Thank you for subscribing.
Hey, everybody, come on down to Mr. Snaffleburger. We have burgers and we have snaffles. What's a snaffle, you say? Well, it's like a burger, but it's genetically engineered to taste more like a burger than an actual burger. That's right, Mr. Snaffleburger. It's made of people.
That doesn't sound good at all.
Well, no.
Ha! Ah, I found a secret. Not really a secret, I guess. Come on, Strider. Alright, fine. It's not really a secret if it's on the map, I guess. This is a good looking game. I like the style. The style works very well for what the game is.
Yeah, there's sparks coming off their butts.
Okay, they're robots, I believe you.
So you've been sent to plunge this country into chaos by executing its grand leader? I assure you, he does not have a succession plan in place.
I am going to be destabilizing the region, yes. Ow, stop killing me. Oh, this guy. I'm a jerk for thinking this, but I shouldn't have subscribed when LRR was sick. Why's that? Also, Loading Ready Run is not sick, it's just Kathleen.
Who said that? Was it Mr. Snaffleburger?
Nope, it was Tachani.
Tachani?
Again, it's just Kathleen, she's better. Or not better, she's getting better. Ow!
I'm not nearly as sick as I was.
So...
I was really sick when I beat South Park Stick of Truth.
Whoops. Ah! Oh boy. Okay. Time to start paying attention to this guy's patterns. Ow! I like that I can just wail on him by...
Ninja pose.
This is how Strider stands. Tup, tup, tup. Oh, I guess he doesn't. Hey, was it? The TARDIS 42 was just subscribed. The TARDIS 42. Thank you for subscribing. Welcome.
Hey everybody, do you need something that is bigger on the outside or bigger on the inside? No, wait. Let me start again. Hey everybody, do you need something that is bigger on the outside than it is on the inside? Well, go somewhere else, because what we sell at Bob's TARDIS Shack is TARDISes. What can you do with the TARDIS? All sorts of shit. If you need us to tell you what you need to do with the TARDIS, then you do not actually need to own a TARDIS, and get out of here and stop wasting our time. Also, you probably cannot afford to buy a TARDIS. I assure you, they are expensive. Bob's TARDIS Shack. If you're looking for something that's bigger on the outside than it is on the inside, go buy a box. That's technically true, but if you need the space-time bending storage that only a TARDIS can provide, give us a lot of money. Come on down.
That was delightful. Boom!
What rating does this game have?
What, you mean like quality or?
ESRB.
Oh, I don't know. Probably teen. Thailand Corp has just subscribed. Goodness me, subscribers all day. Thailand Corp, thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the stream. Thanks so much.
Hey everybody, do you need a kinder, gentler corporate America? Why not try Thailand Corp? What do? Who knows? We're a mega conglomerate. We got a lot of stuff going on. Don't ask questions. I mean, you probably don't want to hear the answers. Poisons mostly, metals, plastics. Plastics the future, that's what you hear. Anyhow, Thailand Corp. We're friendly. We have a health plan. It's got a good health plan.
We have a health plan.
It mostly just benefits us, actually. If you get sick, it's probably good. It's good for us. But I mean, that's a health plan. You just probably don't like what the health plan's gonna tell you. Thailand Corp. We're the kindler, gentler corporate America. Really, we're not actually kidding, as sad as that sounds. Thailand Corp, thank you for subscribing.
Ow. For some reason, hey everybody makes me laugh every single time.
Oh man, it's like the... Oh, there's people.
Yep. There's extras. Yeah, Dormouse99 is just subscribed. Dormouse99, thank you for subscribing. Thank you so much and welcome. Hello, I should look at the camera and say hi.
Hi. Let's see. Dormouse. Hey. Those are electric.
Oh, I popped. Can't go that way right now. Whoop.
Hey everybody, how do you feel about small rodents? Good? Bad? Well, you know what? Dormouse is here. What can Dormouse do for you? Dormouse is the new home personal assistant. Its jobs, the things it can do include nibbling, biting, putting holes in the thing, leaving mouse droppings all around. Dormouse 99. It's the latest, greatest iteration of a mouse, and it's probably bad. Why would you buy this? But you know what? We're selling it. Made by Thailand Corp. Dormouse 99. We've been through 98 of these prototypes, and we assure you, even though it's annoying, it's the best one. Dormouse. Buy it today. Thailand Corp. Oh god.
I love how many of your subscriber welcomes paint our subscribers in like not the best light.
No, but I'm doing product endorsements for bad products.
I know. Oh god, I literally just beat you in a boss fight. Nope, didn't get out of the way fast enough.
Dear Dr. Kathleen, what are my thoughts on the possible Quebec separation? I don't think they'll separate. And if they do, that will be too bad for them, and I don't think that we should give them,
Is this on the table again?
They want to hold a referendum. Okay, here's the problem with Quebec separation. Their economy is not very good. It'll be a huge hit to their economy, and I think that they have not thought... Okay, they have absolutely thought that out. They don't care. But...
Because that's not the point.
If they want to separate, that's fine, but they can't have all the benefits of being in Canada. Like, Pauline Marois was saying that she wanted to have a board. Like, Quebec should still use the Canadian dollar, probably fine, but they should also have a same Canadian economic policy. No! You separated! You don't get a fucking chair on the Bank of Canada. You don't get, like, to hold power over the Bank of Canada and input it, and input into the policy. Get fucked. Like, you want to separate...
The practicality of...
If you want to separate... You have to do your own stuff, like, because they're a distinct society and they think they're getting fucked over. But I don't think they are.
The practicality of them separating is not reasonable.
On the bright side, though, it'll probably be bad for the Canadian economy. But Quebec eats up an awful lot of transfer payments from the have provinces, which is mostly just BC, Ontario, and Alberta. BC being a relatively rich province within Canada.
Balls.
Like, it'll be super bad if Quebec separates, but I don't think they will because it's not a very good idea economically. the TARDIS 42 of bad people with a bad reputation. Are you from Quebec? Like, I like Quebec immensely, but your economy is not doing so hot right now. It would be very pricey for you to separate. I don't think it's a good idea. Like, I agree that we could do things better within Canada to protect Quebec society and give you guys more freedom. I think that's a better solution than going your own way entirely.
Also, as the Newfies like to bring up, they have also a pretty good, possibly better depending on who you talk to, argument for being a distinct society. If you want to be...
I don't think it's a question of distinctness. They absolutely do have a distinct society. But no, I don't think it's a good idea. If I was in Quebec, I would be campaigning for nationalism, not for any kind of anti-Quebec thing, just because it's like, no, I don't know, it's a bad idea economically. Oh, we missed a sub.
What? Another one? What? 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 Wait, click. What? Scroll. King of Spades! The King of Spades! Welcome and thank you for subscribing! King of Spades! King of Spades! Welcome! Thanks so much. Don't train me, bro.
First I will welcome King of Spades, and I will get into a little bit of an argument why Quebec has such a distinct culture even within Canada.
Okay.
Because I don't think they're entirely wrong in that regard.
No.
But anyhow, King of Spades, thank you for subscribing. Hey, wait, do I want to do a song or do maybe I'll do a song instead of an ad. This is a story all about how my life got turned upside down. I was listening to Q on CBC and I realized the host was Gian Gomeshi. He used to be in a band that they had a song called King of Spain. Moxie Fruvis, that's his name. That was a second-rate band with some acclaim, but now he's CBC host extraordinaire. And what does this have to do with King of Spades? Nothing. It just kind of sounds similar to King of Spain. So now, King of Spain with King of Spades. Once I was the King of Spades, but now I eat humble pie. Thank you for subscribing! I'm pretty proud of that because it rhymed in some parts. It didn't scan, but it rhymed.
Yeah, well, 1 out of 2 ain't bad.
Look, I'm not very musically gifted. Alright, so Quebec. Distinct from the rest of Canada.
Yeah.
They speak French.
By the way, I didn't say that they weren't.
No,
I was just like...
but somebody was like, how? On the chat. First person review.
First person review. Thank you for subscribing. First person review.
Yay. Alright. Very quickly. The reason why... Okay, Quebec is a very distinct culture. They're descended from different people. They're descended from the French who settled here in the 17th century. They, take great care to preserve their language and their sort of distinct cultural identity. Like their alcohol laws are different, their legal laws are different. Having been to Quebec, I can assure you it's very different from being anywhere else in Canada. They have, I don't know how best to describe it, but because I've traveled to a couple other countries, even if you go to another country where people speak English, like England has a very different cultural feel than British Columbia, even though we're all technically English speakers. And Quebec is like that within Canada. It's not like anywhere else in Canada. They are a very distinct and separate society. And they feel that the only way that they could truly preserve their distinctness and make sure that...
Some of them.
Yes. About 49%, depending on who you ask, feel that the only way they can truly guarantee that Quebec will keep its cultural identity going forward and be, unto its own country is to become their own country. But also, their plans are all but we also keep all the benefits of being in Canada, and Canada still gives us money and, stuff like that, and that's horseshit.
Also, just geographically, it's not practical, because you have to go through Quebec to get from the Maritimes to anywhere else in the country.
Well, there's also the little question of there's a lot of people,
Oh, hey, what's up?
A girl.
Hey Poo.
Po. Hey Poo.
I think she's from one of the older games too. You gonna do a sub welcome for a first-person review?
I will, as soon as I finish this rant.
Okay.
The other problem with Quebec's seating is a lot of people are like, okay, well, I mean, it's really just like, you know, draw a line and like take out this chunk of Quebec. It's not quite that simple because there's a lot of, you know, French people in Quebec, in southern Quebec, but northern Quebec is mostly filled with First Nations people who are generally pretty happy being in Canada and don't want to be a part of a separate Quebec.
And then you get into a whole argument about whose land that is.
Oh, it's definitely the First Nations people's land.
Yeah,
They
so
were
it's
there
like
first, and there's no...
So it's like, okay, so if the French people want Quebec to separate, it's like, okay, but this part stays part of Canada as First Nations, and this part stays part of Canada because we need a corridor to get to the Maritimes, and...
Well, with, like...
It's just, I'm just saying they would never get what they actually want out of it, even if they did actually manage to separate.
I would be very upset if a lot of people, like if the First Nations rights were not respected if Quebec did separate, though. That would be horseshit, because that's, you know, ignoring the wishes of one distinct society because of yours. Like, that's super racist. Anyhow, so that's some of the issues there with Quebec. So, first-person review. First-person review. It's like a first-person game, but they talk about it. They might throw some YouTube footage in, but it's just a review. First-person review. Still makes me kind of sick to watch, but probably also okay for most of you. First-person review. And it's a subscriber and a thing. What is that kind of thing? I guess it's a review. I haven't actually been briefed on the details here, but you know what? First-person review. Cha-cha-cha.
I think I did that wrong.
Okay. Yes, oh, First Nations, Dilbert, is Canadian, is the Canadian phrase for, like, Native Americans, basically.
Except in this case, Native Canadians, but we call them the First Nations, or the First Peoples.
Because they were here first.
Yeah, you should be able to infer why we call them that.
Oh yeah, Featherweight brings up a good point, which is part of their plan to protect the unique Quebec culture is to kind of stomp on other people's cultures.
There is also that, yeah. Which is like not what Canada's about.
Well, Quebec recently tried to pass a...
Or at least philosophically is not what Canada's about.
Yeah. But the PQ government, and this is Parti Québécois, but I'll just say PQ because it's way shorter and easier to say, in Quebec tried to pass something, I can't remember what it was called, but it was basically like a charter that forbade like any public employees and public offices from displaying any kind of like religious symbols or gear or anything like that. So, you know, like large crucifixes, but also like hijabs, turbans, all the kind of things that are like that people like to wear in Canada. We're pretty chill about letting people express their religion however they want, as long as they're not hurting anybody else. That kind of thing. There are some exceptions for like some historical, like Christian iconography in, you know, like important buildings, because of course Quebec used to be very deeply Catholic, but in the 70s they went sort of like super anti-religious and not anti-religious. What's the word I'm looking for?
Secular?
Secular. Yeah, it's to preserve the secularism of Quebec society is essentially what this charter tried to do, but it was really jerky.
Revolution will be crushed.
Kathleen would be an awesome history teacher.
I know a lot about politics.
Oh, really? I can charge attack those doors? Did not know that. I thought I couldn't. Oh, well that seems like a complete hack, but I love it. Thank you. I would not have known that.
This game is huge.
It's a big game.
Oh, wow. Karufian just subscribed.
Karufian!
Karufian!
Thank you for subscribing.
Karufian, he's a man. If he can't do it, no one can. What can Karufian do? Well,
hopefully Karufian's a man.
Ruffian, that's up to you, does whatever he wants. Kind of a loose cannon, actually. Racks up a lot of property damage, but usually gets the job done, except when he doesn't, and that's actually really a problem, and there's paperwork too.
There's a lot of people relying on him.
Yeah, Ruffian, we're counting on you. Don't screw it up this time, or just go get drunk and go to the Bahamas like you did last time, or holy crap, is that lizard thing back again?
Yeah, I didn't kill it.
Ruffian. Yeah, Angel Dust 337. I have a degree in political science, and also I love politics. I'd love to do a series with John. I would love to do something with John Green. I don't think he knows who I am though, so that's probably not going to happen.
We did Woodstock with Hank. Hank Green. They're bros. Literal bros.
I was just about to say literally.
Okay, you stop shooting me.
You know how there's fuck yeah science?
Yeah.
I kind of feel that there's a need for fuck yeah politics.
It's pretty fascinating.
I find politics and current events incredibly interesting. I think understanding politics and current events are good for understanding how the world works. Because things are often really complicated. Which is, I guess, a really
Jesus.
Understatement, but the world is rarely black and white, and I like understanding why it's not.
That's not what I meant to do.
Kathleen, you have no idea how you just nailed his Jedi RP character with that song, says Tylan Corp. Oh, do Tylan Corp and Karufian know each other, I'm assuming?
That's pretty sweet.
Our security systems have been compromised, and an outsider has gained access to
Haha!
the Grandmaster has
Where am I going? That way.
deployed his bounty hunters to eliminate this threat.
Oh no, you don't need to make fuck yeah politics American-centric. There is so much interesting politics going on all over the world.
Oh yeah.
Like, African politics are just super interesting.
Let's not forget about that, what's it called? The Crimea? Kind of relevant right now. That's another totally not black and white issue that's a little weird. And I learned all about it from talking to Kathleen.
I learned all about it by reading some online articles in Wikipedia.
Yeah. You gotta get your knowledge from somewhere.
Dezu Funa, I can't pronounce your name. It says more like politics teaches you how the world doesn't work. Cue snotty laughter.
I mean, fair.
Well, honestly, when I was in like first year political science, I had a professor tell me that politics is not ignore everything. Politics is the study of how scarce resources are allocated, whether they be land, money, like votes, power, like basically it's basically like kind of studying like
What? Oh.
How do you get past there?
I don't for now, I think is what happens. Not strictly speaking a death, you just get sort of reset. Sorry, continue.
Oh, it's the study of how people think and function, which I think is fantastic.
Like, this has turned into just I play Strider and Kathleen talks about politics.
Well, there's worse things. Australian politics is very interesting, although I disagree with many of the policies of your government.
What's going on in Australia?
They are so racist.
Really?
Oh my god.
Neat.
Boat people. Actually, here's a fun tip. If everybody likes podcasts, and I'm sure you do, because podcasts are great if you're like going to the gym or just have to walk around or you want something to do if you're trying to like be a little bit more active, I recommend that everybody listens to the CBC radio podcast of a show called As It Happens. They broadcast 5 days a week. The podcast is about 45 minutes. The actual show's an hour, I think like just like an hour and 10 because they stop for hourly news breaks, but it fills an hour and a half slot. And As It Happens is fantastic. It's a good mix of like hard news from all over the world, silly stories, and good stuff. And it'll really keep you informed about the world. Like it's
whoa!
It's a good mix of actual political news and this kind of stuff we'd cover on Speed Dump. It is a Canadian show, so you'll probably learn a lot more about Canadian politics than you're interested in hearing about. And I love politics, but Canadian politics can be quite dull. We are not a country of extremes. Power and politics is okay.
Dear Dr. Kathleen, my political science professor described politics as the process by which power is transferred.
Yeah, I could see that. But there's also politics involved in, like, determining what communities get access to, like, resources and
Well, that's
money.
power, isn't it?
No. Like, medical supplies and stuff like that, where you build new hospitals. There's a lot of politics involved in stuff like that, too.
I'm just saying someone could, as an argument, interpret that as power.
Yeah.
Jumped right into it. Good job. That one I knew I couldn't avoid.
Oh yeah, Al Jazeera is super good too, because they, despite their name, they are funded by Qatar. I guess people think Al Jazeera and they think, oh, they're going to be some sort of weird Islamic like propaganda arm. But they're funded by Qatar, which is part of the UAE, and they literally have more money than God in Qatar because they have so much oil money.
And they're some of the best they're some of the best, most unbiased news reporting you can ever hope to find.
Basically, the
even I pity you if you're getting all your news from like American cable news media.
They are not enough.
You know that I'm glad we don't have it. I only found this out because people were complaining about it online. You know that CNN has been talking about that missing plane, basically nonstop for 2 weeks with literally no new information.
I know.
It's mind-boggling. Gotta fill that 24-hour news cycle. The wall swords.
Dijokel, Graham is playing Strider, I am ranting about politics.
How are you?
Yes, unless said news is against the Qatar royal family, that's true. But that's okay because if you get all your news from one source, you are stupid. You should always read at least 2 sources. Qatar is not UAE. I guess they're not. They're not one of the Emirates. They're their own country.
How much news can there possibly be that's relevant directly to the Qatari royal family?
Residents, there is an infiltrator in Kazakh. Rise up against this pest.
Every news organization is, every news organization is biased, which is why I go CNN.
I've heard there's a big difference between Arabic, Al Jazeera, and the English-speaking one.
I couldn't speak to that because I don't speak Arabic.
I've never watched Al Jazeera Arabic.
But that's why there's CBC. I read The Economist. Graham got me a subscription for Christmas, and it's awesome. I love it.
So economy.
I subscribe to Maclean's, but I rarely read it because it's not that great. It's kind of gone downhill. Let's see. There's, of course, really like Salon and Slate online. The Atlantic is good. I mean, there's definitely a left-wing focus to what I read. But The Economist is fairly right-wing, so I feel that I'm at least trying to balance it out. Drudge Report. Drudge Report is garbage.
You're gonna get into an internet fight with our chat room.
Whatever.
And you're like, well, it was bound to happen someday.
You shall promise, little Strider, but you will not stop the wind.
That's not where I meant to go.
Yeah, that's actually true. A lot of the Al Jazeera stuff we met were former CNN. After they got laid off. Yeah, that's Kristen worked at CNN.
Oh, didn't know that.
Alan worked at a local news station.
In Seattle.
Yeah. I do not read Ta-Nenshi Koweit's Cloning Sloth.
Fight me IRL, Graham. Say that to me IRL. I swear on me mum.
Oh, As It Happens. Everybody go listen to As It Happens. It's a CBC podcast. You can subscribe. It will keep you caught up with world events and news and humorous news in a really entertaining way. And they have a daily podcast.
That's a lot of podcast.
Yeah, I mean, it's a daily show. You could listen.
Jesus, this is bad. Hey, lady.
What, seriously? The vibe I'm getting from you guys that you hate Australians now? Absolutely not.
What? How'd you get that? We love Australians.
I love Australians. I'm just the
Where
Australian.
did you get that from?
The Australian government has some weird policies. I love Australians.
Yeah,
as people.
that's literally all Kathleen said. Well, and the weird Australian political policies that she didn't like were
Kinda
were
racist.
racially based. But this has nothing to do
Boat
with
people.
What? Boat people?
Boat people. The Australian government, this is basically they don't want people immigrating via boats.
Why just by boats?
Because that's how like South Asian refugees get there, so like the poorest of the poor. So what they've been doing is turning around those boats in international waters. But that's made Indonesia very angry at them because because they've strayed into Indonesia's waters to do so. And but the thing is it's Australian like military boats that are doing this. And then if they do manage to get to Australia, they get interned into prison in Fiji. It's like a Guantanamo, not Fiji, sorry, Papua New Guinea. It's like almost a Guantanamo Bay kind of situation. It's not good.
Yeah, okay, I can see that being pretty unfortunate. But yes, no, we do not now, nor have not ever hated Australians.
I love Australians.
Well, I mean, you're from New Zealand, so obviously you hate Australians.
Well, I mean, they're not as good as Kiwis, but that's just fact. That's not bias. I'm of course kidding.
I think we can easily say that Australians know how to take that joke. God damn it, do I have to go all the way? Oh, man. Ugh. I climb all the friggin' way back up there now. Yeah, Kathleen's from New Zealand.
I was born there. Thoughts on Justin Trudeau, Kathleen? He has like a completely unproven leadership record, so I don't know.
Fair point. Oh,
Like-
God damn it! Now all these assholes are back. Just want to clarify that we're still cool with the Australians. Has that message got out there? I really want to visit there sometime.
I would love to go to PAX Australia, but it's just never quite worked out.
Especially now that they friggin' moved it to October.
Yeah, it's the worst possible time for us going because of Desert Bus. Like, it's probably better for Australians because it's the spring for them now.
As an Australian, I legitimately want to move to Canada someday because I despise Australia's nationalism and national identity in general. Also, I'm not a fan of the weather. Well, we certainly don't have any of that Australian weather here.
No. Yeah.
That is one thing I can promise about Canada is a complete lack of Australian weather.
Yeah, if you move to like that part of BC where we live, the weather is extremely mild. You're looking at sort of between like sort of like 5 degrees in the summertime.
New Zealand is
Or in
the
the
Canada
wintertime.
to Australia's America, absolutely.
And usually, I mean, it can get colder. And, you know, like 25°C in the summertime, sort of average. Of course, anywhere else in Canada, it's effing cold, so all bets are off. You might not like that. But something as an Australian you might find, Australians are so much more friendly and outgoing than Canadians. You will be shocked.
Really?
Yes. Canadians are friendly, but in a much more reserved way, right?
It's true. We're very polite,
Super polite.
but
Like, I've never met people more willing to just immediately become your friend than Australians. It's great. Canadians are not like that.
Ah, feck.
Why would they have these? I guess for pigeons, I guess?
No, for ninjas. Obviously, it's in case of ninjas. For pigeons.
Mild, that's my kind of weather.
The winds will scour the city.
Wow, that lady is hardcore.
She means business.
What was the part of the States that you guys visited and couldn't wait to leave? I don't know about that. I think
Which part was that?
Yeah, I don't...
Was there a part?
I don't think so. Oh, wait, do you mean like when Graham was in North Carolina for the Escapist Expo and it was just super humid?
I don't recall expressing a desire to just F right out of there.
I think you'd expressed a desire to get right the F out of the weather into somewhere air-conditioned.
Is this like something that we've stated, or just is there a part of the U.S. that we've wanted to piece right
Somebody
out of?
says...
How was that question worded? I'm confused.
It's scrolled off now.
No, piss. There we go.
These are some industrial chandeliers.
Pretty cool looking. I gotta say, I love the art direction in this game.
Lord Nathaniel says, as an Aussie, I'm often surprised how jovial we could be. Jovial's a fantastic word for it, actually.
Jovial.
Dear Dr. Kathleen, is it true the Australian accent is a lot like the New Zealand accent, but more evil? No, not really. The Australian accent is basically its own beast. It's sort of evolved so separately from the English accent, and a New Zealand accent is more like a milder, combined version of like Australian and English, I guess. It's much milder and softer and not as pronounced, so it's harder to imitate.
I'm glad I wasted time going that way.
The Moat Man says, I lived near DC for most of my life. Summer is hell.
I'm not a fan of humidity.
Yeah.
Not good with the heat.
Oh, she's here.
No, this is...
That's her.
Yeah.
Nangpoo.
The South Wind. I already fought the North Wind. So.
There must be a whole village of you somewhere.
You will not even slow me down, assassin.
I like how she's Chinese and you're Japanese.
Mm-hmm.
This is just a replay of decades old tensions left over from the Second World War.
Yeah. She's quick. I'll give you that.
You bested me once before.
Oh, fudge.
Courage and determination are nothing but a facade.
Out of my way. You cannot stop me.
Shouldn't there be 4 of them?
Maybe. I'm not really looking forward to that being a fight later in the game. Oh my god. I'm guessing just the 2 because of that yin-yang symbol. Oh! They're definitely soft to the whole charge strike. Boom!
Get out of here, little sister.
Oops. Ninja fights! Too much jumping!
She's not technically a ninja, is she?
That's true, I guess not. Whoops, didn't do that right. Hey. Ow! Alright, fine.
Yeah, walked right into that one, Graham. Actually, I guess you just stood there.
Yeah,
Like a chump.
Didn't walk at all. He just domed me. Boom!
Not the end, Strider. The winds will heal me. I will return.
It's after 10.
And I just learned. Double jump. And
Apparently there's 3 of those sisters.
I think we can leave it there. I think we'll leave it there, everybody. We just got a double jump. And my neck hurts, so we're gonna go home. I'm hiding behind my logo. Yeah, I need to change that graphic. Hey, everyone. That was a lot of fun. We had the most viewers we've ever had earlier tonight. We had 1,200 people watching when we were playing Magic.
That's a lot.
And we won an 8-4 after losing an 8-4, but we don't talk about that. We won an 8-4.
Good job!
Thank you! On stream, and that was pretty great. And then when there was a bunch
Let's
of people...
go home and pet our kitties.
Yeah, there's a bunch of people watching me play Alan Wake and this. And so, yeah, I don't know what I'm going to be playing next week. Maybe I'll finish off Strider. Who knows?
Dr. Loy says I was down at YJ an hour ago and Domri Raid was sold out and labeled as domed out.
I'm so happy about that. All right. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Thank you so much to all of our new followers and subscribers. Thank you. If you're not following the stream, please do follow it.
Tomorrow's Friday, so there's probably not going to be as much streaming going on, but you never know.
You never, ever know.
We like playing video games.
Yeah. So, anyway, bye, everybody. Thank you for watching. Very much appreciated.
Bye.
Love you all. Okay, bye.
Bye.